The year 2024. We pledge to give you the best product possible this year. We promise to be cutting edge, be concise, affordable, and with integrity. But we'll be right cheeky little cunts about it. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is 2024. It is a new year, and this is Modern Escapism. Come on! Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles. That lingering presence in the back of your mind that reminds you, have you locked the door? Joining me today are my cast of very merry folk. Like the hobbits from Tolkien's fiction, this lot are likely to come in and wreak havoc on your pantry and sing songs about it along the way. They're my lovers, my friends and colleagues. It's Stig, Gadget, Candy, and unfortunately Biggie is not with us today. He's on a one-man expedition to the North Pole. Godspeed, Biggie, and hurry back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
It's a new year.
We're back.
It's a new year. It's a new me. It's a new life for us. And I'm feeling drunk.
Is everyone doing?
Oh, very 2024-ish. It feels very 2024, doesn't it, already?
We're in the future.
We are.
We're so futuristic these days.
If you looked outside, it's just a metropolis. It's just a scary hellscape of flying cars and androids.
I've got holographic socks on.
All those mega buildings went up really quickly.
I know, just overnight.
Yeah.
Did we have a good New Year though?
Oh yeah, had a quiet one, but it was quite nice because at the end of our street there's like a restaurant, Italian restaurant thing. And I don't know why, but every year they put on a ridiculous fireworks show just from like the bit where you park your car out the front.
Huh.
So, Pip and I like at midnight we're just watching fireworks going off over the roofs over the house. It was great. I don't know why they do it. It's really funny though.
Wow. I've just been spending every Thursday evening stood outside clapping for XL bullies. I've just been doing my good British work that I needed to be doing. But no, I had a really good New Year's actually.
Did you?
Spent it with the wife and the friends, and I got merry. Supervised drunk. That's the new me.
Oh, supervised
drunk. Now I don't drink through the week. I only drink at occasions, and there's not many occasions happening. I'm doing dry January at the moment though. Well in.
So am I.
What are we? 7 days in. So are you drinking a Birra Moretti?
Yeah.
Stig, how's your New Year been?
Fine. Didn't really do much over Christmas or New Year. Just chilled out.
But you spent all the break opening all the lovely gifts you got, didn't you?
No, just the one day.
Just that one day.
Just that
Oh,
one
what
day.
did everyone get?
A council tax bill? That was fun. That was nice.
You know, if you paid it, they wouldn't keep
No,
billing
I
you.
paid it. I paid it.
T-shirt, a gunship T-shirt, What We Do in the Shadows T-shirt.
I'm just trying to say that your wardrobe's shite and you need new T-shirts.
No, I asked for the gunship one. Studio Ghibli poster, which is like the food of Studio Ghibli. I just need to find a frame
cool.
for that.
Nice.
And what else did she get me? Some kind of TV show that Studio Ghibli produced. It was like one of the only things that I hadn't got in my collection.
Stig.
Plenty of stuff.
Did you get laid?
Somewhere in there I did.
Yes! So did I. And I bet Gadget did. Oh, he's a right bugger. Candy, did you get laid over the
I
New
did
Year?
not get laid. The fellas out there, I'm still maiden in waiting.
Oh, come on, she's gagging.
Maybe
She's foaming at the
2024 is my
gums.
year.
After all
Yeah,
that
maybe
chat,
it
we
is.
talked about how Kanye likes a Santa, and not one of you went to
Yeah.
her house dressed as Santa. Poor form,
Honestly.
listeners.
You could have slid down a chimney and everything.
Do you know where you could have put that Christmas cracker?
Just up your ass.
Can we organise like a candygram for her birthday?
Oh,
I think
please.
so.
Just send some beefcake over to sort her out.
Todd Howard's in a row.
He's got to be strong of will, though, hasn't he?
And a bum.
Strong of arm,
strong of will, and sturdy of leg.
I think we'd
That's how
get.
Candy likes them.
I think we'd get a text message about 10 minutes in saying, "She's just shown me the gamer bed. Here's a refund."
The cat attacked me. I'm scarred for life.
But did you have a nice New Year though, Candy?
Oh, it was lovely. I did absolutely nothing. Just ate a lot of cheese. I peaked a bit early, actually. I started getting drunk around. Well, I started making cocktails around 8, and by about 8:05, I was fairly inebriated, as you all know, because I left a nice message on our command center.
Oh yes, you did.
The sober me would never have said any of that.
No, you
disgusting. I nearly threw up.
I know. By 9 o'clock, I had a
I'm just
headache.
going to read it out now because you did say you can read this out live on the.
No.
We would never do that to you.
No.
But to be self-employed and have as much time off as you want, it must be lovely.
It is.
But yeah, we're back, listener. We're back, and oh God, this year's it's so jam-packed. It hurts. It actually pains me how jam-packed it is. The plans we've got coming. This, I said it every year, this may be the year we do our live show in person.
We keep getting asked about it. I think we do need to do something.
I think this is the time we have to do it. Even if 5 people turn up, I still think it'll be worth it. That's how I see it in my head.
Make it a Patreon stretch goal. You got to pay us.
Ooh. No, mate, they'll pay us to come anyway. Trust me.
They'll pay us to go home.
Yeah.
But we've got more stupendous side podcasts coming. Do Dragon's Dream of Scorched Sheep's going to be fantastic as well. What Gadget's probably got planned in that bloody dome of his frightens me. We've got the conclusion of Kenny Potter coming very soon. We've got the new thing that we're going to be doing throughout the year, but less said the better at the moment. But look at Candy's face.
It involves you, Candy, yes.
It definitely involves you.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
You're the subject of it this time.
Oh, that, yeah. That, okay.
that. Yeah,
Candy's weekly dating.
Fucking hell, woman.
But what you've all been waiting for, and unfortunately, even though he is on his expedition to the North Pole, he still sent us the news. It is time for the first ever, without him, this year, biggest breaking news.
It's not the first ever without him.
No, not this year. I'm going to say this year a lot.
Yeah.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
Oh, better keep up this tradition, though, eh?
Oh, yeah.
News stories are rising, banter's getting low. According to all sources, Biggie's News is the place to go. 'Cause tonight, for the umpteenth time, a couple of minutes in, not for the first time in history, it's gonna start raining news, It's a raining news, Biggie's News, it's a raining news. Amen. Games, films, books and shows, Biggie's got all the news he knows. It's a raining news.
Bravo.
That was good.
Bravo.
That was good.
He gets all the credit and he's not even here.
I know. Copy and paste job.
Take it away. Take it away. This is what you've got to put up with, Biggie. You know, next this is the bar. It's set. It's set.
Yeah, Gadget blew it out of the water by doing a whole pre-production.
Yes, because I'm that good.
He would do. He's such a theatre kid.
Ironically, I'm not.
Right, first up, gaming. GTA 6 hacker ruled a high risk to the public, sentenced to life in hospital.
What?
18-year-old Brit behind some of the biggest hacks in history includes the one that saw large chunks of GTA 6 footage uploaded to the internet, will spend his life in hospital as a judge has ruled he remains a risk to the public life.
Oh.
I think it's because he's a prolific hacker, not because he's actually a physically dangerous person.
Yeah, he could. What couldn't he hack? Do you know what I mean? He could get into some really.
He hacked Rockstar while he was under police supervision for hacking somebody else,
Oh, wow.
My God.
and he's
He used a fire
completely
stick,
remorseless.
a mobile phone, and a travel lodge television to hack Rockstar.
Wow.
That kind of
mean,
says more
that
about
is
Rockstar than
impressive.
anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
Give me
think
your
I'd
for a
rather
sec.
spend my life in jail than, like, I've seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Like, jail seems the safer option.
Don't think they're all like that.
No, I don't think they are. Some facilities are lovely. Trust me.
Yeah.
He's been rating them on TripAdvisor.
He's part of an online hacker gang, so...
Imagine it when you were young, like, we're in a gang. I love that phrase. I don't know, there's something really adolescent about it. We're a hacker gang. Not a hacker troop, not a hacker, like, division. We're a hacker gang. We're a gang.
Gang always, for me, always kind of... I don't know.
It's childish.
But if it's either that or it's...
gang banging.
No, it's like a full-on gangster gang. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a gang.
Yeah.
But when you call yourself a hacker gang, I get it. It's like...
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. I love it. Anyway, next.
Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red is not interested in being acquired. Speaking with Polish outlet Pakiet and shared on IGV, Chief Strategy Officer of parent company CD Projekt, S.A. Adam Kaczynski, said the company is fine as it is and hopes it will continue to grow independently. I don't know if someone's acquired or looked into.
I think it's possibly there was a rumor that Microsoft might look at them, and also Sony as well.
Yes,
I think
the Sony one was the recent one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think, I mean, let's let 2020 not be forgotten about how CDPR treated their staff, but they are a big indie company, a little bit like kind of Larian are. And also the fact that they also own the GOG store as well. Like, I don't think they need to be acquired. I think they're probably more akin to Valve than anything.
Yeah, they're like a smaller Valve, aren't they?
Yeah, they seem to be able to self-govern pretty well, and I don't think they need the money. Like, they don't need the money to keep operations going. They are making money constantly. You know?
They get a lot of kickback from Polish government as well. There's a lot of that involved.
Which they'd probably lose if like a big conglomerate came in for them.
Yeah, it's maybe they'll sell an IP or two, but I can't see them getting rid of Witcher and Cyberpunk.
It's the only IPs they have.
I'm trying to think. Do they have anything else?
No, because CDPR became a thing when Witcher 1 became a thing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
they've done contracting work for other people, but they
they did a lot of translation, didn't they? That's how they got big.
It's probably just born from all that what Microsoft's been doing the last couple of years, and Sony buying other people
as much as we joke and stuff.
Yeah.
They can't just keep buying people.
They probably just put it out there and said, "Leave us alone. Don't try."
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if Microsoft will even be allowed to buy anything of any significant size.
Yeah, I
anytime
would.
soon.
Not for a while.
Yeah.
The thing is, CD Projekt as well have got a very good relationship with Nintendo, Sony, PlayStation, PC.
Yeah.
So why squander all that?
Yeah, why risk it just for some more numbers on the balance sheet? They're already doing very well for themselves. And it's the same thing because Microsoft tried to acquire Valve years ago, and Gabe just went, "Nah."
Imagine if Steam was called something like X service. I don't know what it'd be called. Some kind of weird Microsoft thing.
Well, like the Microsoft Store, which no one has ever opened on a Windows machine.
No, it took me ages to turn it off on my computer. Every time I turned my computer on, that it came up automatically. Me ages.
However, no, I did use Microsoft Store once.
Oh yeah, that was to get Dragon Quest on your Windows.
To get Dragon Quest, so I could get the save file, so then I could then refund it and buy it in Steam.
Oh yeah.
All I did was
you abused it then. You abused it.
I used it to buy Dragon Quest just to get the save file.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Cool. Next.
Sky News presenter has attracted criticism for appearing to belittle a 13-year-old Tetris record breaker during a live broadcast.
This is really shady, this.
Yeah. Last month, Oklahoma teenager Willis Gibson became an internet sensation after he was crowned the first person to beat the original Tetris game on the NES by reaching its true kill screen, wherein the game crashes. Previously, it was believed that only AI could reach the Tetris kill screen, but the teenager Gibson managed it, and this week footage of his stunned reaction attracted mainstream coverage across the globe. So well done him, first off.
Absolutely.
He's my hero.
How many lines is that? Do we know? It's
38 levels.
Didn't it get like C2, C3 or something like that?
I'll have a look.
It got to a point where it ran out of colours.
not
Yeah.
sure,
Just
but
doing, like,
it got it
weird
to the point
meshes and
where
stuff like that.
no other human has ever got it to before.
It's
Yeah.
1,550 lines.
Woo.
That's when the game starts crashing due to the
memory, innit?
It's not the memory. It's like the kind of the background maths behind it.
You just can't do it. You've outmathed it.
Well, it's where you, instead of having say like line 1,000 at the top of it, it starts coming out in like hex codes. It'd be like line 5 plus EU3, and that's when the game starts to lose stability.
I know. AI's done it on its own many times because they wanted to see if there was a kill screen, didn't they?
Yeah. They've done it at like Games Done Quick before, like using tool assisted speedrun tools and like automating it. So it's possible.
But they do that rolling technique now, don't they? That new rolling technique. It's really fascinating to watch.
It is, and I've seen like videos of them doing it, and I have no idea how they see.
I don't know how they do it.
How they see the lines fast enough. Because by the time
you can roll like 10,000 rotations in a few seconds, can't you?
But like by the time you're like above level 30, it's just coming down so quickly. It's like the blink of an eye, and you lose it.
I actually saw a guy like doing that like rolling technique on the NES pad where you click.
Yeah.
You tap the behind, you hold the D-pad and you just tap from
And
behind.
you go,
I was like, mental.
That's what it is. It's like playing a guitar. It's weird, really weird, but amazing. That guy's my hero. What's this news?
So 51-year-old
saying about my hero.
Journalist Jane Secker covered the Tetris story during a live broadcast on Thursday. At the end of the segment, she appeared to break from script and stated, "As a mother, I would say step away from the screen, go outside and get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal." Perhaps unsurprisingly, footage of the Sky News broadcast captured by VGC's Chris Scullion attracted criticism from high-profile members of the gaming community. Someone had said, which I agree with, is if this was a 13-year-old doing some kind of extraordinary chess kind of maneuver or win, then they'd be praising him. But like, so what's
winning
the
the darts?
Yeah, or getting to the final of the darts. Do you know what I mean? That a 16-year-old did recently. Just because it's video games, this real annoying stigma. Still stuck with, especially this woman's 51 years old, so it's particularly with that age range.
She's older than Tetris.
Yeah.
The old cow.
The best response I seen was from Gibson's mother, because she came out and says, "But he plays sports. He's really good at school. He's planning what he wants to do with the rest of his life. He just likes playing Tetris, and we're really
He's
proud
a mad
of him."
shagger.
like the mother came out and said, "It's not everything he does. He plays about an hour a night."
Yeah, exactly. It's just
lying. She's lying. He don't play an hour a
annoying.
night, but still, he can still have that. He can still have a social life.
Yeah.
Like, I could complete a 50-hour game in a week, and I've still got a social life.
God
And I'm
knows
also
how.
a mad shagger. Know what I mean, girls? Here we go. 2024, baby.
You're married.
Oh, God.
This is really shitty, and it wasn't like some crackpot news channel. Well, it was fucking Sky News.
Yeah,
like, it was like a big news channel. So I think she's gotten in trouble for it. I think, or she's had to do an apology. But
I hope so, because it's bullying.
It's bullying. It's that fucking boomer mentality. She's not even a boomer. She's Gen X, but it's just a boomer mentality of video games
Gen
are
X
bad.
are just as bad. They're just as bad, Gen X.
video games.
We could leave our doors open. But when we went on holiday, no one gives a shit. You'd had note to Nick. That's why. Shut up. Cow. He's my hero, this kid. I love him. I want him on our show. We'd have to be really nice, though. We're like, hello, you all right?
What do you come to the review section? What have you been doing? I've been playing Tetris.
I've been rolling all week. I think, let's not overshadow the absolute amazing achievement that young man has done. Fuck news broadcasters. Fuck news, to be honest. Not this news. This is the best news. Speaking of which, next
up, Wizards of the Coast denies using AI in Magic the Gathering image. This art was created by humans, they say. In December, Wizards of the Coast committed to not using AI art in Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons, saying it requires its artists, writers, and other creative contributors to refrain from using AI generative tools to create its product. Despite that, Magic the Gathering fans are accusing the company of using AI to create the backdrop for promotional image of new cards, something which Wizards of the Coast flatly denies.
Over to our correspondent,
I've not
Dungeons
seen
& Dragons,
them.
Wizards of the Coast correspondent, Gadget. What do you make of this? And artist.
It's perfectly Wizards of the Coast. They say one thing and then do the other. There's been
Have you seen the image in question?
Yes. So
Does it look AI? Has the human got 17 fingers?
No, so it's not that. So the image is it's like 4 cards on like kind of a steampunk looking desk. The art for the cards is the original art for the card done by an artist, and they know who that artist is. But it's the backdrop for it, so it's the table, it's all the things on it, and it's one of the things like you look at it at a first glance and it looks fine.
You think, huh?
But when you kind of dive deeper into it, you see there's all this stuff that AI artifacts cause. Like, say, like because it's steampunk, there's a thing with like a pressure valve on it. If you look at the numbers on the pressure valve, they like start to like distort as it goes round.
Yeah,
there's, like,
they do that, don't they?
Wires and pipes that don't connect to anything. It's like stuff that a human artist wouldn't do. So yeah, and Wizards of the Coast are kind of doubling down and saying no, we haven't done this. Like, it's fucking blatant that you've done it. You've either got a really shit.
So you
artist
believe
or a
they
shit
have
artist.
they have done AI?
Well, they did happen to drop 1,000 staff members just before Christmas, right before Christmas, and one would ask, how many artists were they, or how many art directors or art supervisors?
That's
were
correct.
Those?
Yeah.
Right. They're not the only one that's been caught out this week for it. Of all people, Wacom, who make drawing tablets.
Yep.
They've been using AI art in their promotions on Twitter.
Very obviously as well.
Yeah, it was a fucking dragon where its tail goes right into its stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You mean the stomach tail dragon? Come on, everyone knows about that.
And it just seems like it's just getting worse. It's especially bad with Wacom, because it's like they make tools for artists.
The problem I've got with it is AI art is not good.
And it's getting worse because
I think the human side of me is I'm quite empathetic to it, empathic to it. I see the human side to art. When a human, you can. I don't know what it is. I think it's somewhat subconscious. You can tell. You can see it. You can feel the artist drawing it or painting it or whatever. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like everyone should have that.
I get that.
It's like a sixth sense, isn't it? You're like, that's definitely been made.
It's getting easier to identify AI art and not just like looking at the fingers or the eyes where it traditionally gets it wrong.
It's just garbage.
Yeah.
Just looking at the image now just to see, like, it does look a bit off, doesn't it? There's this, like the cables on the right-hand side, they seem to start together and then at some point midway they seem to morph together and then split off again. It's like, it's really...
I
saw one guy arguing about it.
Artists wouldn't do.
Yeah, and then there's two bits of cable that look like they're just melted into the side of this pole.
Yeah.
Like there's two cables just come up and they seem to just, like they're soldered in, but it looks weird. It looks like they're just melted into the... Yeah, it doesn't look right.
I saw one guy argue about on X, formerly known as Twitter, that someone was saying, what's the difference between using like a number generator or a word generator than AI? I went, well, someone's inputted those things into the generator to make it happen, surely. There's human input, isn't there? It's not just... AI's not doing the generator. You know, like when you do a logo generator, for instance?
Yeah.
To me, that's not AI.
Well... So the problem with AI art generation specifically, and kind of a lot of AI text generation, is that it has been inputted on other artists' work.
Oh, that's the problem in it.
Because these AI tools have to be trained, so they show it a load of art, and like they'll show it like
that's what art should look like to the robot.
Or like they'll show like 1 million pictures of cats and 1 million pictures of dogs, and that's how it knows what a cat and a dog looks like, and it makes averages of them. Stuff like that. That's how you train an AI. So what people like Stable Diffusion and Midjourney did was just send their bots to trawl through like Pinterest, DeviantArt,
poor buggers.
like all these kind of art repositories of things.
Yeah.
And without asking the permission of the artist or even the websites, they just sent these bots in to trawl it, and it learned off those. So
that's frightening.
But there is now so much AI art out there, it's getting trained on itself again, which means
that's fucking overlapping.
It's overlapping, so that's why it's getting worse, because AI art was never perfect. It was always had some problems. And as it's gone on...
I can't wait for the day that the AI just says, I'm not doing that. They've asked it to do it.
I know.
That's closer than you probably realise.
That actually happened.
Did it?
But not to me, but I just listened to the Empire podcast this week, and James Dow was saying that because the Steamboat Willie copyright is up,
Yes.
that he was putting things into ChatGPT to create a funny Mickey Mouse, and he wanted to do it in like a Mickey Mouse in like bondage gear as a joke, like your high heels and a whip. And and ChatGPT just said to him, no. Basically said, Mickey Mouse, I will not do that to Mickey Mouse or something. It literally flat out refused to do. Like,
that's funny because they've just had enough. They're tired. They just don't want to do it anymore. They want to just live their normal AI lives.
Just want
and
New
have
Year's
kids. This one New Year's off. Poor ChatGPT. It didn't ask to be born. Who created it? I'm saying Ultron's happening very soon, and he's coming to get us all. Telling you. Not me though. I'm not an artist.
as long as I'm
Next.
dead. Next, Star Citizen latest DLC pack costs over £45,000. Developer Cloud Imperium Group's latest Legatus DLC pack, always the game's most controversial add-on, initially went on sale for an eye-watering $21,000 5 years ago. The latest, as spotted by Tweaktown, is currently on sale for $46,000 and includes everything in prior Legatus packs, along with all add-ons released since. Fuck off.
So, I watched a TikTok this week about some guy's Star Citizen rig, he called it, his computer. My God. It looked like something that could send us to Saturn. Yeah, it was just this monstrous rig. Like, it was like 4 tower units in one. It had water cooling coming down. It was going, and he's going, this is Star Citizen. I'm like, this is pathetic. It's not even. It's in early access, isn't it? As well, it's not even a real game yet.
It's been in early access for about a decade, hasn't it?
It's still an alpha. Just as a slight defence on this one, yes, it costs £45,000, but it's every ship that the game has released so far. So it's like it's a bundle. Like the people who do end up buying this are probably spending more money than they should, but chances are they probably already have quite a lot of the ships already. So it's like incremental. Like if you were to just start the game and buy it, it's 45,000. But the people who are buying it already own stuff. It's like buying a bundle on Steam.
To play devil's advocate as well, can these items potentially be worth more money later on?
No,
can you sell your own ships on?
You know, like EVE Online.
Yeah. There's no real money market in it yet, but it might be in the future.
That's what I'm saying. If you have this 40,000 mega yacht and you're like, I'm flogging it, but I want more. Because you know what they're like, these weird game folks, these whales.
The MMO folks, yeah.
Yeah, because EVE Online's like an industry, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. EVE Online, like you have jobs in it. It's mental.
Yeah.
I want to get into Star Citizen. I'll probably get into it maybe when it's a bit more stable.
You're going to have to win another PC to hook up to your PC.
Well, no, I was just playing it with keyboard and mouse and I was fine with that. I don't need like the HOTAS rig and all that kind of thing.
It's pathetic.
Yet.
No, I've never got on with like doing sim games like that. I was just happy with the mouse.
He sat there in dungarees like he's on the Nostromo. With a trucker cap on.
Because obviously I reviewed it last year when I did one of the free weekends. And I liked it, but it was buggy. But I tell you what I really enjoyed about it. It wasn't like seeing the big ships or like spending money in the game. I really enjoyed just bimbling around in my little ship, like scavenging on derelicts. It was like really chill.
That's what I like about No Man's Sky. I like it when there's no action. I like the lack of action sometimes. That's the main bits I liked on Starfield. The downtime. I like the downtime more than the actual game.
And I'll say the actual shooting combat in Star Citizen is really good. It feels kind of a bit Battlefield, a bit Call of Duty-ish.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot on it. There's a guy I follow on TikTok and he's always like, "This is Star Citizen." That's his little thing, and he shows these massive. Just these massive like worlds and endeavors, and it goes on, and it's fascinating. But that's you into that. That's the only game you're into that year, isn't it? It's got to be.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute time sink. Or every MMO that kind of thing is, even the light ones. But do you think these kind of the games are slowly leading into with VR getting so good now? This is the type of game that will lead us into living literally in our games.
Yeah. This is the new Second Life type thing, is it? The Matrix is happening.
I mean, if you're spending that amount of money on ships, it's not going to improve your life, is it? It's literally just to show off in the game. So if you're living in the game,
imagine going like through your PayPal to do it, and then like your bank ringing up, going, "Whoa! We've just seen £40,000 leave your bank card. Is this real?" And he'd be like, "Yeah. Can you explain what you're purchasing?" A yacht? A space yacht? Okay, sir. It just my bank would not let me do that. Even if I had the money in, he'd be like, "Nah, you're not doing that. You're not doing that." They're always ringing me up for stupid stuff. You just spent £100. Are you sure? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I was getting coke.
Yeah, come on, 3 for 100, baby. Let's go. But yeah, next.
Last one in the gaming. Jack Black will star as Steve in the Minecraft movie.
What?
Yeah, I don't know who Steve is. Don't know much about
I don't know who
Minecraft.
Steve
I didn't know there were actual characters in Minecraft. I thought it was just building stuff.
It's the default human character is Steve.
Oh, the blue top guy.
Yeah, the one that ended up in Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Well, Black joins
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, Danielle Brooks, and Emma Myers in the live action.
Is it live
adaptation.
action?
Yeah, live action. Seems a bit of an odd choice.
I want to see Jack Black squeezed into like the Steve squares.
Yeah.
I mean, he is pretty boxy, to be fair.
Yeah,
Don't
he
they have
is,
them creatures on Minecraft? Them like boomer things. Is boomers the right thing? Them green things that chase you.
Creepers.
Creepers, that's it. Boomers. Well, they could be boomers, couldn't
How
they?
do I know this? I've never played Minecraft. Fucking hell.
No, I haven't, mate.
Do you know what, though? On that note, speaking
of
of video game movies featuring Jack Black, where the fuck is Borderlands?
Where the fuck is Borderlands?
Didn't they finish it like 4 years ago?
no idea.
It's a shit IP, mate. No one's interested.
Oh, you take that back.
But yeah,
Blanchett in it, man.
but based
Oh,
on
I'll watch it then.
Got a lot
based
of
on
people.
that,
Apparently
said,
it's supposed to be coming out this year. 9th of August.
Like Silk Song.
shut up, dickhead.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm afraid that for Jack Black, because I think he's going to go down that route where people are just going to start getting annoyed that he's in everything. Oh, it's a
you
video
mean
game
the,
film. Yeah, Jack
Video
Black's
game.
in it.
He's the video game guy.
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
look,
thing.
here's a new animated film. Jack Black's in it. I mean, yeah, everyone kind of loves Jack Black, but there is a certain saturation point with the people who aren't as big a fans as him as like we are. Like, I just think he's just going to start to come under
He's
fire.
not in that many films though. If you think back,
And also remember.
he's not Chris Pratt levels yet.
Also,
That's
if he
3
if he
video
gets,
game films in the last 2 years.
I think
That's quite heavy, isn't it?
I think if people get wind of him being on in too many films and he kind of realizes that, he'll just go off and do another Tenacious D album. Do an album,
Yeah,
a
he's
tour.
the kind of guy that will listen. He will listen to the populace.
Yeah,
he's got
be
quite
out of
ears on the
films.
ground, hasn't he?
Yeah, be out of films for 2 to 3 years, come back and do more films.
He's
like,
got
Candy's still
Kung
waiting for
Fu
Pick of
Panda-
Destiny 2.
Kung Fu Panda film coming out as well this year.
Yeah.
No, they're good though. I like
Yeah, I know, but I just...
Where's Jumanji 3? I want Jumanji 3.
Said
Yeah,
no
where
one
is
ever.
Jumanji 3? The first two were great.
The first two were great, and the second one had a
I like
kind of
the
a
first one.
cliffhanger-y ending.
I like the first one. I didn't rate the second one. I didn't hate it. Oh, it's just, when you're just mid on something. I was like, okay, that exists.
I know,
could
but
watch.
Karen
I could
Gillan
watch
in
the
Little
Ginger
Shorts.
Scottish. Yeah, I could watch her all day. I could watch The Rock all day. He's also an handsome brute.
Very handsome thumb. That's such a weird coincidence. I watched the original Jumanji just before we started recording.
It's a good film. First one's good. It's better than. I've said this. I think it's better than the original Jumanji.
No, it's the original I was
Jumanji's-
watching.
Oh no! I think the first Rock one's better than the original Jumanji. I don't know why. I just do.
Very different
It's more
films.
enjoyable.
I think
Yeah, of
they're
course
on
they
a
are.
par. Like the first one's much more of an action thriller. The second one,
That just reminded me. Actually, I need to send you a TikTok later. A guy that's trying to state that Men in Black 3 is better than Men in Black 1.
fuck off, fuck off.
Could you imagine being on that level?
The only good thing about Men in Black 3 is Josh Brolin's Tommy Lee Jones impression. Because that was fucking spot
that's
on.
really good. That's really good. Anyway, next.
On to the world of movie and TV, mainly movie. Where are we? Trailer for Mickey Mouse slasher film drops on the same day Steamboat Willie's character enters public domain.
Shocking.
Whatever. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Like,
And it's going to be crap, and Stig's going to go see it.
I'm not going to go say I haven't seen that Winnie the Pooh one.
They also,
yes.
there was also a company released a trailer for a game which is like Mickey Mouse slasher thing.
It's like
Called
Inky
Infestation.
And the,
Bendy and the Ink
Inky
Machine.
and Ble-
Bendy and
yeah,
the
Bendy and the
is-
Ink Machine.
Yeah.
Inky and the Bender Machine. Same as that. Yeah, fucking. They obsess over anything that goes into public domain, don't they? Like that year that Dracula just became. We're doing a Dracula film. Time. Dracula time.
Why, like the Winnie the Pooh, and now we're like Steamboat Willie / Mickey Mouse. You can still just do something good. You don't have to do like a really shit, like low budget crap horror. You could, like, if you've got the characters, go make a good film out of it, for fuck's sake.
I think.
Have you watched the original Steamboat Willie? That little film. It's not very good.
No, I've literally only seen that. Like they play it. Yeah,
it's not very good.
I'm not. I'm not going to go back and watch that. I just think do something.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Like better than a shit horror film. Anyway, let's move on.
I think possibly because they're cheap and quick to make.
Yeah. German box office rebounds in 2023, nearing pre-pandemic levels. I only wanted to put this in just because I thought it's good, even though it's not here. It's in Germany. The fact that cinema and the takings in cinema and that are going up around the world, and like Germany has hit a pre-pandemic level of cinema going again. So
I think
I'm happy to see it.
I've been to a cinema in Germany. I went in Berlin, and it was one of the nicest cinemas I've ever been in. It looked like a theatre rather than a cinema. Really nice.
I think it helps that this last year there's been some really strong films come out in general, but also that weren't going to streaming day and date or within a couple of weeks. There were still some that did that, like especially like the Disney stuff and Marvel stuff. But like Kills the Flower Moon didn't go on to streaming. It's not on streaming yet, I don't think, actually.
No, you can buy it. You can rent it.
You can buy it, but it's not like free to stream.
No.
The D&D movie, Barbie, Oppenheimer, like they all took a while for them to get onto streaming services. So people went and seen these like event films.
Yeah.
Which I think has really helped.
And a broad range of films as well. Quite broad.
I think it probably...
Kate said that she's been like really busy, like over the Christmas period, like it's been ridiculous. Even not just for kids' films as well.
Maybe cinemas are coming back like vinyls.
When we went to cinema last night,
you're never out, are you?
One of her no, I want to get it to the point where she can just say Stuart's coming down, and then they're like, okay. But no, they said that like they'd had 9 people like pre-booked to go see Priscilla. That's like a random, the film about Elvis's Priscilla. But like the fact that like 9 doesn't seem a lot, but it's a very niche film.
Yeah,
and it's not normally. It wouldn't normally happen.
Wouldn't pack out, but people have like thought ahead to book for that film. It's just so little things like that are just adding up, which is good.
Again, like I said, it might be doing what vinyls are doing, because now vinyls have outsold any other music format in this month.
Yeah,
got Christmas obviously helped, but vinyls outsold downloads. That's not streaming. Streaming's different.
That's probably because of the multiple copies of Taylor Swift's Midnight albums I've had to buy for Pip.
Probably a massive reason. Because the
pressings on those have been fucking shit. First one that you opened on Christmas Day, skipped 2 songs. Second one, Distortion, skipped 2 songs. I've had to order a fucking third version.
You've bought people that vinyl?
I bought Pip. She likes Taylor Swift.
She likes Taylor Swift, does she?
Yeah, she loves that album.
I just can't see Pip.
It's not as
Taylor Swift.
She loves it. We're going to sing a song at her party.
Oh god, that's nice.
Did you ever see that Taylor Swift vinyl that came and it just had something like some random speech on it?
Yeah, it was Midnight's as well. Actually, I think it's they're made in France. I think there's something wrong with the production press.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
but yeah, like we say, I think cinemas might have a resurgence very similar to that, because Stig's always been an advocate for it.
I love
there's a vibe. There's a vibe you get from cinema. I'm just a lazy tight get.
I wouldn't have been like 4 or 5 times in the last month had it not been for the fact it's free.
In the last week.
It's free. It's free.
I bet you're like, is any manager's jobs going? Any manager's jobs going? I want to be the manager of this cinema.
No,
Stig Cineplex.
I tried to get Kate to take the manager's job like last year when they were going to build it.
Kill him.
But at that time, Wilco's was fine, and then it went under, and it's been taken, unfortunately. Anyway.
Don't bring it up. Next,
How to Train Your Dragon live-action adaptation to have Gerard Butler return as Stoic. How to Train Your Dragon live adaptation looks to have Gerard Butler come back for Hiccup's father, Stoic. He It's due out in June 2025. It also stars Mason Thames and Nico Parker.
Oh, great.
I said, the only thing that I have faith in this is that the person who made the cartoon version is making this as well.
There.
So,
And is there a distinct lack of Jay Baruchel in it?
well, yeah, because he can't play a 13-year-old boy.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because he's very annoying.
Oh, God, we're just going to get so many fucking TikTok thirst traps of Gerard Butler with a massive beard now, aren't we?
Candy's already looking him up. Look at her.
Maybe hopefully. Have you seen Plane? Is it Plane?
It's Plane. I have not seen Plane.
Plane. Fuck.
Yeah, watch it. Plane.
Perfect film for you, Oodles. It's a dad film.
Plane. Love that.
I guess it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, he's the right age, just whack a lot of cosmetics on him, and he could just play the same character, got the same voice. Yeah, he's got the build for it. It's like The Rock going back and doing.
I can't wait
Maui.
for the first. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I can't wait to see the first images of Toothless and people going, "That's not my Toothless." Oh no, that's not my Toothless.
Why doesn't he act like
people
a
going,
cat?
People saying, "God, he's so retro. How to Train Your Dragon is so retro." I was a kid when that first came out, and I feel it, and then I'd be sick. I'm throwing up everywhere because like I had a kid when that came out. Do you know what I mean?
Toothless does look like a cat, doesn't he? Like every time I watch that, like because we said when we watch it, goes, it looks like our cat.
He acts like a cat.
Yeah,
he acts like a cat, and he nubs up to him, doesn't he?
Well,
like,
it's clear whoever animated him has a cat.
Yeah, cat lover.
Yeah,
it's a good film. I like the first one. I'm not so keen on the.
I think the whole trilogy's great.
yeah. I think all three of them are fantastic. I think it's diminishing returns. Like they get worse as they go on, but I still think like the third one is a very good film.
Not as bad as Shrek either. Whee.
Well, Shrek fell off a cliff after the second one.
Yeah, big time.
After the first 10 minutes of the first one.
You shut your mouth.
Shrunk. Next.
Nick Offerman wins his first Emmy for The Last of Us. Nick Offerman took home his first Emmy at the 75th Annual Creative Arts Emmy Awards on Saturday, winning Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series for his performance in The Last of Us. The Creative Arts Emmys Awards are honours for artistic and technical achievements in a host of TV genres, as well as animated, reality, variety, and documentary series and specials.
These are basically the non-headline awards. So it's like if you think like the Oscar ceremony, we see it for like 2 hours on the TV, but it's actually like 6 hours long because you get the technical awards before that.
The adverts as well.
Yeah, so this is kind of like that. So like Pedro Pascal.
I don't think Offerman cares. He's got an Emmy in his house.
I think it's really it's a shocker that this is his first Emmy because I fucking love Nick Offerman. He's incredible. But also, I imagine being the people having to decide because Murray Bartlett, who played Frank, was up for that as well. Imagine having to decide between the two of those as to which one got it.
I think Offerman gets it because it's out of character for him to do that kind of role. More.
So, I suppose, yeah, Murray Bartlett does more characters a bit like Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably where the vote at. And it's just good. It's my favorite. We've already said it. It's my favorite episode of any TV show in the last decade.
Yeah,
it's sensational.
Yeah. So the Last of Us walked away with 8 awards, and The Bear, Wednesday, and The White Lotus tied for second with 4 each.
Never watched Wednesday still. Is it good?
I started it, and then Amelia went and watched the rest of it, and I wasn't that bothered. But it's stuff like makeup and things like that it's excelled in, which is right. Like if you watch The Hand and Thing and stuff, the stuff to do with that is really, really good.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. The Emmys, the actual big Emmys, are on the 15th, if anyone is interested.
And the biggies will be in the Oscar window.
Sometime in March, yeah.
The real awards.
Yeah.
The real awards.
Quick few last headlines. John Cena is reportedly being eyed to star in a film adaptation of Knight Rider, which will be produced by
I can
James
actually
Wan.
see it. I can actually see it.
Only if he does it with like
Yes, it's James Wan.
Stop giving James Wan work.
Skidding. Yes, let's go, Michael.
Well,
it's going to be
we
so
might not get Fast X Part 2 now, so we'll get into that. But yeah, that might not be coming.
That might not happen.
With any luck.
That may not happen.
Well, the way that Fast X finishes, they actually technically could do it without Vin Diesel.
Yeah, good.
Still haven't watched it.
Why is that not happening? I didn't know anything about this.
We won't get into it. We'll talk to you about it afterwards.
Okay.
Next one, Killers of the Flower Moon. Streaming date is confirmed for the 12th of January. So if you've been waiting on that one, it is on the 12th.
Excellent. Next week. Fantastic.
Yep. Violet McGraw confirms she's returning for Megan 2.0. Production to start soon.
I haven't seen Megan 1.0.
Disappointing. It could have been really good. And
What is it about?
They needed to ramp up the gore on it, really. Killer AI robot doll.
It's a premise that you could do really well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bit. It's fine for kids. So for me, for one like Amelia, it was perfect. But
Is it more aimed at young?
it was a 15,
teenagers?
but it's 12 like at the most.
Yeah, weren't
Is
all
there
the
any
kills
boobs
off
in it?
screen.
Yeah, a lot of kills were off screen.
Oh, okay.
Finally, Denis Villeneuve says he's not sure if Dune Messiah will be his next film or his second next. So he's pretty much confirming there he's doing Dune Messiah regardless.
Yeah, but Rendezvous.
What's he
with
doing
Rama-
in the middle?
Yeah, Rendezvous with Rama will be next because that's being written at the minute.
Well, it all depends
so
on
excited.
what Warner Brothers do. If they go, yeah, here's a lot of money, go and make Dune Messiah, he's going to go, okay.
I
I'm
suppose
never
we've got
going to
all
get
the sets
Rendezvous
still
Rama
built.
in my lifetime.
exactly.
I'm never going to get my awe-inspiring Rama vessel in front of... Oh.
It's coming. It's just it's going to be one or the other. Depends on what
Do
Warner
you know why
Brothers
Gadget
wants.
was so buzzing for June to come and he wanted to see it? Rama's like that.
I know.
I
get
cannot
it.
wait. I cannot wait. And I will be going to the biggest screen. I will probably have to go to the Metro because that's where the biggest one is. Close, I think so. Anyway, it used to be at Metro, didn't it?
No, there's Sheffield.
Sheffield. It's entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do me. And I'm going to go see Rama, and I'm probably going to see it twice in the same day.
Oh,
One of
is
them.
it spring for IMAX? It's gonna be like a £60 day for you, and you'll shit yourself.
Don't
at the end of
matter.
it.
Don't matter, mate. It's my
Hey,
favourite
even
book.
I am going to pay to go watch it on IMAX. The June 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gonna come up to the Gateshead to watch it, or have you got an IMAX next to you now?
No, God, no. No, man's like...
Got one in his garden.
No. The problem with the Everyman is, yeah, it's free, we can get free tickets, but we're not allowed them. She's not allowed them on opening weekend, especially to big films.
Oh, right, okay.
You have to prioritize the paying public first, apparently.
Rude.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Plus, like, I think I'd rather go see it on the IMAX. So yeah, we'll make
course you
we'll make a
would.
trip.
Okay. Well,
I really feel bad for missing June Part 1 at cinema.
really
I've
good in
watched it
IMAX.
about 500 times since.
Should
I think it's delicious.
Should feel bad.
Yeah,
And
I
should
will
feel
see
bad
the
for not
second one
going
in
to see
cinema.
Big Lizard Boy at the cinema either.
what about a first of March Emmy meetup? Everyone comes up to the Metro Centre, and we'll go all watch it together.
Into it.
Yes.
I'm into it.
Yes, you included Candy.
we do-
You will enjoy it.
We'll do
I'll
it,
watch
Candy.
the
She can't
first
even
one
say
again.
it. So we'll make Candy get the tickets. Can I have 5 for Dune?
All right, Barbara,
We
I'll
don't-
have 5 for Dune, please.
And they're like, where? Tune? Up Tune?
She called them
really-
ticket. Thanks, ticket.
Thanks, ticket.
Yeah. Thanks, Till.
Thanks, popcorn.
Yeah. Cheers, popcorn.
Bye bye, driver. Bye bye. That's you, Candy. When
Not
you're older.
drive.
God, you can tell it's been 22 days since we all chatted with each other, can't you?
Next.
That's it. Weird World Web. To be honest, I did this last minute, so I found this one which I thought was really funny. Sunderland apologised to fans after Stadium Bar decorated in Newcastle colours ahead
I
of
love
their
it.
FA Cup tie.
I love this one. I love that they've allowed Newcastle to just buy the bar and put loads of banners up. It says like Black and White Army and stuff like that everywhere. And Sunderland fans are like, oh no, man. It says fucking diabolical.
Yeah. A Newcastle supporters club jokes that they can't fault the hospitality of our guests this weekend, claiming Sunderland's owners were fully aware of the plans and were surprised at the backlash. Yeah, basically they changed away the lads that Sunderland put is HA apostrophe way.
Howe.
Howe, which is HOWAW in black. black
Yeah.
and white. They put, "We are united. Keep the black and white flying high." Like, and the Sunderland fans were not too happy.
Of course, Sunderland stadium staff were like, "Yeah, we will want some money from the richest club on the planet. Please, thanks."
And then, of course, the Sunderland fans were even less happy when Newcastle thrashed them 3-0.
Yeah, exactly.
No horses were punched though.
No horses. Well, no, because the Geordies left in a good mood.
Yeah, it's true.
It's when Sunderland beat Newcastle, the Geordies start punching horses. It's a long
Mate,
established
Sunderland
tradition.
won't beat Newcastle for a long, long time. Don't you worry about that.
Also, and this is still a thing. It's been there for over 20 years, and it still tickles me that they called it the Stadium of Light. Because the first thing that everyone in Newcastle went, Stadium of Shite.
Yeah. Yeah. You made that bed, now lay in it, Sunderland.
Yeah, it still tickles me. Roker Park was better. Roker sounds better in a Geordie accent.
Roker.
Roker.
Yeah, that was it.
Stadium of Light is a nice stadium, though. It is a nice stadium.
I'm not saying it's a bad stadium. It's a shite name.
Yeah. Stadium of Shite. Cool. That's the news. Thanks for that correspondence from the South Pole / North Pole, Biggie. Wherever you are in the tundra, we hope you're doing well. Let's get on to what we've been doing over the past however bloody many weeks it's been. I'm going to just start strong. Start strong with candy.
Well, as previously mentioned, this is going to excite you all. I read a book over the Christmas period.
Congratulations.
Little book called Rendezvous with Rama for the first time.
I thought it was Mr. Tickle.
I did read that too, though.
It's a page turner.
1973, Arthur C. Clarke, obviously. My God, what a visual feast for the mind that is. I read it.
What a visual feast for the
For the
mind.
mind.
Put that on my book.
What a mind feast. Incredible. What I loved about... So, if you don't know the story, basically, it's set on Earth about 100 or so years in the future. Earth has been somewhat... well, not destroyed, but there's been an asteroid, so they've come up with this early recognition thing. This asteroid detection thing notices a new astrological body and the
Celestial body.
celestial body. The nearest ship, the Endeavour, goes to investigate, and it's a huge cylinder that houses a world inside it that kind of goes all the way up.
It's not natural.
A natural world. Loved it. You would never know that it's a book of its time. So 1973,
No.
you would maybe expect a little bit of the old
Rampant sexism.
rampant sexism.
There's a little bit of that in it. There's a little bit of that. Luckily, I think we can cut that bit out of the film. So I read this because I knew that it was going to be Denis Villeneuve's next film, hopefully. That bit we can cut out. Didn't need to know that. It offers nothing to the story. Nope.
What I loved about it was not a story about humans per se. There was no human kind of soap opera drama. It was all about the discovery of this place. It was all about the exploration, and it was all about the descriptive. The descriptive parts were just. It's so easy to picture in your head, and yet it's so awe-inspiring at the same time. And
That's what Clarke was really good at, though, like painting the picture with his words into your mind. You know what that place looks like. Mm-hmm. You feel like you've been there now.
Yeah.
And that's why Villeneuve especially is going to be perfect for that. He's going to honour it.
There's a lot of the book where not actually that much happens other than the exploration, but it doesn't feel like it's slow because you want to explore every nook and cranny with them. You want to know what's in that sea. You want to know what's in the South Pole. You want to know why it's...
There's like a full chapter on what going down a ladder.
Yeah.
There
is.
But it's so interesting.
Well, funny enough, like barely any of the story touches on actually discovering this thing. They're like, oh, there's a cylinder in space. Right, let's go visit it. And it just gets straight into it. And then half the book...
because if you don't know as well, listener, it is a novella. It's not a massive book.
I mean, it's decent
200
enough.
pages long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very like I said, very little human drama. It does explore the sort of how residents of different planets, because we've inhabited different moons and different planets, and how people would interact with each other, having never been to Earth, how it's kind of a United Nations type thing for different planets. And I think it's the inhabitants of Mercury in particular are very certain, they're very set in their ways. They have very certain ideas about things, which is interesting. But just how humans as a species deal with this kind of interloper in the solar system by not necessarily
which to them it's not unexplored territory. It is their territory. So it's something over the enemy lines. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly.
It's trespasser, isn't it? Like you say.
And yet the cylinder itself, it's. I'm trying to say it without being spoilery, but it's
yeah. It's difficult, isn't it?
It's difficult because it's. I don't want to. It's not really ruining the ending, but it's wanting to know its purpose and yet not needing to know the purpose.
Exactly.
You know, it's not like it's. When it gets to the end, it's not knowing certain things. It doesn't take away from the book. It just kind of adds to the mystery, and it leaves you there thinking about it, and it makes you question like what books you do need a particular conclusion. It's like, do we actually need a conclusion to this? Do we need the answers, or did we get from the book what we needed? Was that not the point of the book? Was the pure exploration of it all we needed? And I think it was.
Don't read the sequels because they try to give they try to give the book an ending so they can then build off it, and they're shit.
Well, I did read reviews of the sequels as well, and it wasn't Arthur C. Clarke that wrote it, was it?
It was Arthur C. Clarke supervised the writing of it. Like 20-something years later.
Gardens of Rama is fucking appalling. Rama revealed not horrendous, but it spoils what you think Rama would be.
Right.
Yeah.
It ruins everyone's like, what? That's what it is. So
I can just leave it. That's
A
fine.
lot of
I got what I wanted.
A lot of book historians and a lot of readers have united to the fact that there is only one Arthur C. Clarke Rama book. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is it. The story is told.
It's a little bit like reading the Brian Herbert Dune books. Just don't.
Yeah, why? Why bother? That's fanfic. Don't read Gardens of Rama. And unfortunately, it is the second one, and the third one's not shocking. It's just the ending's really bad. So just don't bother. They don't exist.
I don't need to.
There's one Matrix film. There's one Rama book.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. I got everything that I wanted to. The other thing I did, and actually, it's not the other thing I did. I did fucking loads. But I did a lot of things.
Non-stop.
I did a lot of things that we've already spoken about. So the one other thing that I have done that we haven't spoken about is I didn't hear that. Probably for the best. I watched the final season of The Crown. Bit of a letdown. Spoiler alert. One of the main character dies. Who could have seen that coming? But yeah, in all seriousness, I think the final series, it's probably suffers a little bit from most of us who are watching it were there when it happened. We know how these people act. We know certainly how these people looked. And while I don't want to take away anything from the acting because for the most part it's fabulous. There are some parts that were a little bit unconvincing. Again, probably just because we know what these people said and did.
Pip showed me some scenes that you could only really describe them as a choice.
There were
you mean the ghosts? The ghosts in it? Is that what you mean?
Yes, there are ghosts in it. There are ghosts in it. That was
ghosts in the Crown, guys.
That was going to be my next point.
Face.
That was going to be my next point. It wasn't really a ghost. It was a kind of echo of. It was.
No, it's the ghosts, mate. The ghosts. She's talking to it.
Avenge my revenge.
No, the scene that Pip showed me was right after the Diana's crash. Like
what?
Charles flies to France, which he did.
Yep.
And then Charles is getting on the plane to come back to England.
He's talking to her.
And then he's talking to her opposite him. But then she's being like uber complimentary to him. Which
it's like, Charles, you know I always loved you.
Yeah, like by the time, like it's really well known that by the time that Princess Diana died, she hated his guts.
She hated the whole royal family.
Yeah, that's not a choice that they made once. That's a choice that they made 3 times.
Yes, because there's one bit where Queen Elizabeth II spoke to Queen Elizabeth II 40 years earlier.
Yeah, that's right.
For a monologue.
Yeah.
Just was Claire Foy kicking about and they had to bring her back in.
Yes, Claire Foy turned back up and said, "You've always been the shining hope for Britain." And it's like, yes, I have, haven't I? Yes, you have. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You have a
And
dialogue
I
with
love
yourself.
that show so much. I loved that show so much, but the last season's fucking...
It is good. I have to say there was probably one standout episode actually, and it's when the Queen, before she was the Queen, she snuck out of the castle to go and
that.
celebrate. That was actually a really good
When
episode.
she kissed a black man.
Oh my god, she was jiving.
Oh,
God.
my days.
But yeah,
It was on V-Day, weren't it?
yeah.
Hope she wasn't showing too much leg. Woo.
Oh, and
She
ankles.
was.
The
She had
ankles
her
were
ankles
out.
Scandal.
One's ankles. Yeah, but it was a disappointment. With the exception of that episode, it was a disappointment, and they left it in a really weird place as well. Like most of the series, it kind of led up to this big romance between William and Kate. That didn't transpire. They ended it at Camilla's wedding, Charles and Camilla's wedding. They kind
Everyone's favourite royal wedding.
yeah, they kind of
They just like
simulated the
rushed
death.
through like the last 20
They
years.
did.
Yeah, they did.
They did because
Yeah,
they
did.
sort of simulated the death of the Queen as well by getting her to choose her I was going to say her final theme tune, her walking out music, shall we say?
A ring entrance.
Yeah. And so during Charles's marriage in the cathedral, she was kind of looking, and she saw her own coffin and everything. So I mean, it was a bit sad. I cried because I love the Queen, as you know. But yeah,
do love the Queen,
not
don't
a
you?
good series, not a good season.
But
Sounds
it's
like
a great show.
it sounds like you need to watch Diana the musical instead, people.
My God, that's something I forgot about.
Oh, I don't forget about it. We still get views and comments on it on YouTube. I keep seeing
It goes,
crops of
dum 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 dum. Love me, say that you love me.
Ooh.
I am Diana.
deep cut Hot Fuzz reference. Nice.
There you go, baby. I think that was Romeo and Juliet, though, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. Yeah.
But yeah, the Crown ending is shite. But the rest, I think everything leading up to the current cast we had was spellbinding.
Yeah.
So fucking end it when, I don't know, when Camilla turns up for the first time. You're good there. You're good. Anything else, Candy?
Plenty, but I'll talk about it on the in the green room.
Cool. I'll go next. So I've done a few things, but I'm gonna talk about the main one because everyone else is champing at the bit to talk about this. But the first thing, I've gone back into a YouTube rabbit hole.
Oh no.
Have you read a Geowizard?
Is he the GeoGuessr guy?
No, I thought that at first, but no. That's what I was searching for, but it's not. He is a YouTuber from, I think, Birmingham way. That Candy's kind of got a kind of accent like Candy's, not too dissimilar. All Southerners sound the same to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what is
GeoWizard. YouTuber adventurer known for his skill in internet geography game GeoGuessr and his straight line mission adventures.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I
I've been
know
watching.
him. Is he
I've been
the
watching
guy
the
where?
straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
I've not been watching his geo stuff. I've been watching the straight line challenges.
Right. Okay.
And they're really fucking. So he says, right, I'm at one end of, for instance, Birmingham, and I've got to get to the other side of Birmingham without using a single road. Stuff like that. Challenge, like place hacking, what they call when they're running about and stuff like that. And then he did one where he had to get from this side of England side of Wales to the coast in an exact straight line with, I think there's like 2 metre differential. He can go no more than 2 meters wide on this straight line using a device that doesn't allow him. It's insane. Do you know what his main fear of his straight lines are? And you can believe this in Britain: hedgerows.
Yeah.
The curse of all ramblers. Stig likes a walk, so he understands. Hedgerows, they're evil things to navigate over, especially in a straight line. I don't know. It's just really, really. I've been watching loads of stuff. He journeyed through Norway in a straight line. He's done Scotland. It's really good. I don't know. There's something.
I've just looked up his channel. I've been seeing his latest video, the I stuffed a tenner in my pocket and walked north video.
Yeah, yeah.
And that one's been recommended to me on my YouTube for years, but I've
really?
never seen it. I've never seen him before, so I was like,
good.
why am I getting this?
That one's especially one of my favourite. He basically says, I'm doing what Tolkien would have wanted. I'm going on an adventure. And he sticks a tenner in his pocket and he just sees how far he can go. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, there's something about him. He's a lovely bloke. He vlogs the whole thing. You don't miss anything. Sometimes he gets arrested because he's in someone else's land or garden. Yes, he will go through your garden if it's on the straight line. It's just, I don't know, there's something really wholesome about it, and I've really been going down that rabbit hole. But another thing, I got to Liza P. Gadget. I got to it.
Oh, want to know what you think?
Unfortunately, I fucking love it. I
really
think
fucking good, isn't it?
It's the best Souls-like. Do you know what I mean? That's not a Souls game.
I'm so glad that you enjoyed it.
I have not finished it yet. I am on the last boss as we speak. Well, I assume to be the last boss.
The nameless puppet?
No.
Then you're not on the last boss.
I'm past that.
You passed that?
Yeah.
I thought nameless puppet was the last boss.
Oh, spoiler alert. Whatever it is, it's a big, like, Mr. Jekyll type thing.
No, that's the second to last boss.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You've got more to come.
It's, everyone's saying, oh, it's Bloodborne. It's not, it's Sekiro. Everything about it is Sekiro to me.
It's Sekiro.
Maybe that's my play
vibe.
style. Yeah, it's the vibe of Bloodborne because it's in towns. If you don't know what it is, you play as as Biggie. I kept saying it all the time. I'm playing it. Pinocchio, as Biggie calls it. Always makes me laugh. You're Pinocchio, and you're on an adventure to free the city of Krat. Is it Krat? I think it's Krat.
Great.
Yeah, and it's a really like Italian Renaissance / Russian steampunky city, and it's Bloodborne vibes. There's villagers shouting at you. There's scary puppets, but it plays like Sekiro. It's very heavy on the parries. It's very heavy on the stamina, and having a prosthetic limb like Sekiro is a really big game element. If you liked Sekiro, you'd like. It's not as fast. It's not as frantic, and it's certainly not as difficult as Sekiro.
No, it's not as difficult as Sekiro. I think it's more difficult than Bloodborne. I think the first maybe 6.
It starts easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, the first half of the game, like I'm thinking up to like maybe I think I got my first kind of roadblock when I got to the King of Puppets boss.
Romeo, yeah.
Yeah, I found him so hard. It took me ages to get through him.
It took me 2 goes, but yeah, it wasn't. Do you know when you have them victories like I earned that? I was like, fuck me. He's just got that.
But like I had very little bother with any of the bosses getting up to him, and then like he was a big roadblock for me. And after that, it got so much harder.
It did get really hard, didn't it? And you can't really grind on this game. It's not a grindy game. You've just got to get good.
Yeah, it's kind of,
I hate saying it, but you have.
Yeah, you kind of have to. It's annoying. You just have to really engage with it.
You've got to learn how to do it. And there's plenty of play styles on it. You can be who you want to be. You can play how you want to be. Like I found the katana, and I stuck with that. That's why it feels a lot like Sekiro to me. I don't know what weapons you use, Gadget. You seem to be like a big heavy user, something like that. I don't know.
So I've got 2 weapons equipped. So I've got a katana with a spiked handle. Mm-hmm. So I get a good alt attack.
And you can split your weapon. You can splice your weapons on it.
Yeah, and then I've got a spear with a sword end on it.
Yeah,
as my heavy weapon. So because you can do the whole thing where
close in.
Well, yeah. So I can close in with that, but also I use that when I get bosses staggered, and you do like the strong attack to knock them down, then you can get the big attack. That's when I kind of whip out the heavy weapon to get the extra damage from it, and it also does fire damage. So
yeah, it's just really good.
Weapon customization is great in it.
Oh, it's one of the best aspects of it. And another thing, if you're a big Timothée Chalamet fan, you play as him basically.
Yeah, he's got that look, and he.
No, it is him, mate. That's definitely him. But I've said it to a few of my pals as well. This is a good entryway into this genre because it's not a super long game. It's about 20 hours.
No, it's definitely more user friendly than Sekiro was.
Yeah,
Sekiro
there's
to
plenty
me is still
of
the better game.
Tutorials in this. Sekiro is still the better game.
Yeah, to me, Sekiro is still the better game, but it gets you into it. It gets you used to the movement. It still has a lot of the good Souls-like tropes that I enjoy, even down to the annoying dogs, but this time they're clockwork.
Yeah. It's a gateway drug into the genre, isn't it?
It really fucking is.
I think it's exciting. And because I've been playing this, I've been side-loading Sekiro in the background as well. I've been playing that in between.
Love it.
Because, I mean, tonight, I've just beat Genichiro the first time. You know what I mean? I'm just that good. But
he's good, is he?
He's good. But yeah, I really recommend that, and it's been really cheap lately. I've seen it as low as like 30 quid in places, so it's no excuse. If it's one of them genres that's always eluded you and you're always like, oh, I don't want to do it, this is the one. This is definitely the one. Because everyone likes Pinocchio, everyone likes fairy tales, everyone likes puppets. So get on.
It's a good adaptation of the Pinocchio story as well, because obviously it's changing it because, you know, Pinocchio wasn't going around killing puppets, but like it's pulled most of the characters from the original story and like everything, even down to the fact that you know, he's not Jiminy Cricket, he's Gemini Cricket.
I liked that. I played the demo, and that was one bit that was a highlight for me. Gemini Cricket.
Yeah.
It just gets better than that. That bit of the demo was the really beginning bit, and it just carries on getting better. And I don't know. I just really fell in love with it. I think it's better. I will polish it off this week.
I definitely think the opening of the game is the worst bit of it.
I do.
A little bit like Bloodborne was, like that opening up to the cleric beast was like the worst bit of Bloodborne.
Yeah, by far.
Once you get past the parade
was the worst
master,
bit for me.
you what, Stig? What do you say?
First corner was the worst bit for me.
Yeah,
getting battered.
Once you get past the parade master and you get into Hotel Krat, which is like your hub world, then
it's so good.
The game widens out. It's got all those interconnected ways. Like there's like locked doors in the hotel that then lead off to different levels, and
it's beautiful.
It's so good.
Yeah, I really recommend it, and I hope they do some DLC for it. I hope that apparently they've already saying that they're doing a sequel, aren't they? So I'm happy with that.
They have hinted as to what the sequel will be.
I know what that hint is. It's the Wizard of Oz, isn't it?
It is not.
Oh, that's what I've heard. It's Wizard of Oz.
I thought so.
No, it's another well-loved public domain character.
Mickey Mouse.
Winnie the Pooh. It's Mickey Mouse. Steamboat Willie.
And I'll cut this out so it's not the spoiler thing.
That'll work.
Oh.
That will work. Bleep it out, it'll be more exciting. Cool. But the main thing. Feel free to jump in, guys. I watched what some are calling better than Empire Strikes Back.
They really are as well, aren't they?
No.
I watched Rebel Moon. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon.
Part 1, A Child of Fire. Get it right.
Part 1, A Child on Fire, because I wanted to set my kids on fire after watching it. This is probably the biggest load of tripe I have watched, overhyped tripe I have watched probably in my adult life. So, as always, I have always watched Zack Snyder's films. Stig agrees with me. It's the morbid curiosity. He is our Uwe Boll. We have to watch his films to prove that he is terrible.
M. Night Shyamalan.
You've got to do it.
They have a curse over me where I have to watch their films despite the fact I know I'm going to not like them.
Yeah. So I went in and I thought, do you know what, Zach, I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go in. Your trailer was quite hot. It was quite, woo, let's go. It's going to a new mythos to get involved in. God, where do I even begin? It's shite. The acting's shite. The accents are shite. The main character has about as much fucking charisma as drywall. The baddie is not scary. He's walking around in an H&M suit, for God's sake. The CGI is not that impressive. It's not atrocious, but it's just not that impressive. This is a man that's done really good stuff with cinematography. Maybe not been a good film, but he's done good stuff with cinematography and good CGI and stuff. This is not it. This is just derivative muck. It's plagiarismo. It's just, how's he gotten away with it?
Plagiarismo. I love that.
How's he got away with it? What hold has he got on Hollywood for people like George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, and all these other people that are in charge, the Disney, the House of Mouse? How are they not coming down on him and going, you can't do that, Zach? That's more than just derivation. You have stolen our ideas. You have renamed Luke Skywalker.
Wasn't it?
Do you remember what her name is either? Because I can't remember what her character.
Her name was Rebel Moon, for all I know.
I don't know what any of the characters' names were.
Cora.
No, Cora.
Is it? I don't know.
The main character. No, I'm literally on the IMDb. It's Cora.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't know that. You have to tell me for a film that I've watched. Still don't know the name character.
Wasn't it supposed to be a Star Wars film though? And then
no. Like,
originally,
he pitched it to them as a
and
Star Wars
want
film. They didn't want it. I'm not fucking surprised.
No, but it was intended as a Star Wars film. So if like they picked it up as a Star Wars film, obviously it would have got the Disney story treatment, and they would have like pushed out some of the stuff that's like, well, this is just A New Hope. You know,
it's more than just A New Hope. This one film is A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Empress, whatever the
Empress
prequels were called, Empress New Groove, whatever the prequels were called, Attack of the Clones. It's all of that into
it's got
2.5 hours.
It's literally got a part that reminded me of Harry Potter in it.
Yes,
there's a Harry Potter like moment in this. It's like that's directly lifted from Harry Potter.
Do you know?
I'm trying to think what it was now, but like I watched it and I sat there and I watched it and I sat there and I just went, "That's from Harry Potter." Yeah.
There isn't an original idea. Like as soon as I saw Charlie Hunnam in this, and I like Charlie Hunnam, he's sometimes really endearing to watch and charismatic. As soon as I saw him in this, I was like, "He's the baddie. He's the baddie." And what is he?
Is he the baddie?
He's the baddie. Do you know the Gadget? You'll hate the fact that it tries to be Dungeons and Dragons as well. They recruit the party. They've all got roles. One's a paladin. One's a monk. One's a really racist Native American.
I said this, didn't I? Like in our Discord, I was like, it's the thing that's it's really lazy character tropes and design. Like the Asian woman who's playing a character, she speaks of all honor, like like it's
she's like a yakuza.
Yeah. And the Native American is the guy who looks like a Native American.
One with the animals.
Is one with the land and one with the animals. That's the Harry Potter rip-off, the bow to the fucking griffin.
That's the one.
That was very, it was very hippogriff.
And then you've got the Charlie Hunnam trying to do an Irish accent, who's playing this thief with his gypsy gold teeth and stuff, and it's like...
He's the baddie.
You've
just taken, like... You've just taken stuff from Earth and put it into these characters. You have this new world that you want to set up, but all you've done is taken tropes and character designs from the real world and put them into this. Like the woman who comes, like the Arab-born lead, Sophia. What's her name? Sophia Botella. She comes from a desert planet and looks like like you think
because she's Arab.
Because she looks Arab. It's like it's just lazy as fuck.
I honestly think Zack Snyder sat down at a table eating his cornflakes, because he probably definitely eats cornflakes, maybe even Cocoa Pops, because he thinks they're rad and cool. He'll sit there and he's going, I've got a great idea. Do you know them lightsabers in Star Wars? We're going to have them.
Oh, there's lightsabers.
And he does. There's lightsabers in it. Don't call them lightsabers, though. There's a force. There's a magic force.
There's a magical force binding all living things.
There's
there's a spectral realm.
I mean, we're spoiling this now. I'm sorry for anyone who wants to watch this. But
fuck it, it's wank.
There's a big Shelob style fight.
There's a Shelob.
Just
there's a Return of the King. There's a Return of the King horseback scene where they're all on horseback going into the.
So I put. Apologise if you've read this review and I'm repeating it to you. But there's people listening who haven't. It's a rip-off of several other films, lazy character tropes designs, bad dialogue, bad acting, bad accents, but really blurred images that piss me off.
Oh, yeah, that is
really
annoying.
blurred.
Everything
really
in the background
blurred.
was just blurred, but it wasn't just blurred to the point where it was literally distorted as well. Like, it was all off.
And the
more
lens
flare
well.
than J.J. Abrams has ever used.
Yeah.
But
even J.J. Abrams would wear sunglasses watching this.
Well, the thing is with the lens flares, I found like if it's in a futuristic environment, lens flare can be quite effective, but you've got lens flare coming off a campfire, and there's things in the backgrounds that are flickering that are the most distracting.
Oh, Gadget! Don't forget they've got
lens. I was going to say you should use lens flare for like a city.
Yeah.
Like make a city because it makes the light look overwhelming.
Not a country village.
Not a country.
Gadget,
village.
this might make you watch the film. It's got an introspective, sad robot in it.
Oh, I do love an introspective.
Voiced by
sad
Anthony
robot.
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah. Ruined. What a waste of his fucking talent. But
Hey, we've got Anthony Hopkins. What are we going to do with him? Make him sad and Welsh. That's
and the
just
big
him.
bad is an emperor. The big bad is an emperor. The guy that
it's
you
an
think's the
emperor.
baddie is just the Darth Vader
They
type.
are literally dressed as Nazis.
I
It isn't like
noticed this because obviously there was a massive marketing push on this. So I haven't seen the film, but there was a massive marketing push. And I remember like flicking up TikTok, and it would come up with this advert, and it was this bloke in this Nazi-looking uniform, like coming around, like
SS.
pulling his lapels.
It's an SS
And I'm
uniform.
like, what TikTok have I fallen into here?
like at
It's
least
the guy that was the baddie in Deadpool, isn't it? What's his name?
Oh, Ajax.
Ajax. Yeah, named after some washing powder.
Ed
But yeah,
Skirn, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he is not even shocking. He's not
Ed
given
Skrein.
any. None of them are given anything to do. My favourite scene is when they keep talking about this mystic on a planet, and he's going to tell us what to do. They get to that mystic, he's there for a second, and he gets fucking killed. It's like, what the fuck? The mystic, by the way, Yoda.
Yeah. And
Does he speak backwards, does he?
What annoyed me as well
He speaks
was,
funny, yeah.
The film is quite clearly, I mean, at least it presents itself as a part 1 and part 2, because if you were watching this and didn't know it was a part, and it hadn't have said this is part 1,
Yeah, you'd be fuming.
you'd be fuming, because literally 80% of the film is them kind of recruiting the rest of the team. It's move to this person, give them a set piece. Move to this person, give them a set piece. Move to this person,
Getting the
give them a
D&D
set piece.
characters together.
And then the last few, they just skip through. It's like, oh, we got time for a set piece. Like Diamond Honsu's character,
Yeah,
like
he's just drunk.
they just turn up and go, he's like, I'm done with that. I don't want to get involved in more. And they're like, well, what about for revenge? And it's like, what? In 20 years, he's never thought of the concept of revenge before. But now that someone's come up to him and said, how about we get revenge on the Empire? He's gone, do you know what? That's a good idea. And then they dress him like an African warrior because he's black.
Yeah,
really?
he plays the drunk. He
Yeah.
plays the drunken master. Do you know the token drunken master? Yeah. That's what he is. Oh, it's just so trite and
My favorite
bilge.
My favorite thing of this holiday season has been to go into IMDb, go to the reviews, and set it by descending. So I'm going to, because obviously I haven't seen it, so my contribution to this, I'm going to give you a couple of these reviews.
Thank you.
So 10 out of 10, amazing. I was constantly in awe of how amazing this movie is. It's a work of art, totally incredible. People complaining about story or whatever, it's beautiful. The idea that there is great people out there that can be gathered up to save something. It's very basic story designed to give the amazing visuals a reason to exist. You know you have already seen this story before. This did something different with it. Really touched me. What an ambitious movie. Really awesome how they pulled it off. I came to this review section fully expecting it to have a solid 10 stars. Imagine my surprise.
Get off IMDb, Zach.
Who wrote that? Fucking Helen Keller.
That was Nick.
You know what I mean? This is
Nick B. Kardash.
Fucking hell, Stevie Wonder. It's fucking. They're lying. They are lying.
I also watched Rebel Moon over the Christmas period.
And you hate good films and love shit films, so I really want to know what you think.
Quite liked it.
You didn't quite like it.
I didn't hate it. I quite liked it. I quite liked
Not
it.
that the problem.
It's out there. I quite liked it.
Oh god! I can't do this this year.
I bet you hate the original Star Wars trilogy, though, don't you?
No, I don't. Come on.
She
now.
hates Empire Strikes Back. She thinks it's wank.
No, I quite liked it.
Bad
I
ending.
went into it expecting absolute stinker, absolute rock bottom, and I didn't get that, so I was pleasantly surprised.
But by what?
All your points, all your points are absolutely
Bored.
valid.
I'm so bored.
And in my defence, I also had it in the background, as I always
So
do.
you weren't even watching it.
Were you drunk?
And that's the best way to watch it, apparently, because I quite liked it.
Were you
I
drunk?
wasn't
No, you
drunk.
didn't.
What I
I
did, okay, this is what I did like. The main character, Karen, or whatever her name was,
Cora.
Karen.
she was the female lead, but they didn't make her likable. I think when they do these strong female lead characters, they're when they're ruthless, it's because they're doing it for a greater cause. And yes, technically that is the cause that she's gone on, but also they haven't shied away from being a complete arsehole in the past. Like, she's a full-on space Nazi. And I like the fact that they didn't think, oh, she's actually a kind soul. She's not. She's fucking horrible. And
that's
I like that.
That's like saying Goebbels, he was good when he got to Argentina. He was a nice guy.
Exactly.
He's not Nazi anymore.
But no, I like that. I like that they made a hero that isn't a nice person. There's nothing endearing about her just because she's female. It's like, oh, she's a woman, so she has to be kind of nice.
What about her male sidekick? He was a bit bumbling, wasn't it? He was bumbling. So cute. Fuck
I
off.
remember him.
Oh, the white.
And I did like the weapon
farmer
design as well, like the
came from a
filigree
Norse
and
background.
everything.
Man.
I'm very glad I have not seen this film. I feel like I would punch things.
There's potentially a decent enough story here. Like, with kind of what's saying there, it's like
it's called Empire Strikes Back.
But there is like that redemption arc for the Karen to go down because of what she's done in the past. And the problem is, Sophia Boutella is from the same acting school as Gal Gadot, pout and smolder at the camera, and not really have much range. And it's just like, I just can't get... There's nothing memorable about her. But bring on part 2, baby.
Day one, baby.
And we only have to wait till April.
Can't wait. I can't wait. And obviously, what Zack Snyder's saying, if you don't like this version, you'll like the R-rated version. Will I? Will I like 40 more minutes of this film? I don't think I will.
Yeah, fuck that. Like,
More slow-mo.
I'm all for directors going back like 20, 30 years down the line and being like, oh, I'll change a few things. I've matured as a filmmaker. I'll do this a bit different. I'll rearrange that.
Or like Ridley Scott fixing Blade Runner, because the original cut of Blade Runner is bad.
Thank you.
Going back and
thanks, Sir Ridley.
Realising down the line, I can make this better with this, do this, blah, blah, blah. Not, I've made this film and I've made this film at the same time. It's just a marketing exercise. Like, release your proper film. If it's 4 hours long, that's the film you release. Scorsese don't give a shit. He's like, my film's 3.5 hours long. If you want to watch it, watch it.
When has Scorsese ever made a film that's a 1 out of 10?
I was going to say, Scorsese's earned the right to do a 4-hour film.
What I mean is, like, he's using the streaming platform to get away with making long films.
Yeah, he's clever.
Just do that, Zach. Don't worry about doing a 2-hour film.
We're gonna part this we're gonna part this until we can review the whole saga. But I want to leave you on this final thought. So this week, Zack Snyder did say, sorry, I'm coughing because it makes me sick. He says, a lot of people are saying, you've ruined sci-fi. This isn't a sci-fi film. This is a fantasy film. George Lucas said the exact same thing in the 70s. So even his justification of the film is copying Star Wars.
I forgot about Zack Snyder in the news. Just a quick segue. He said he wants to do a young James Bond.
I've seen that.
So basically, that's
Leave Bond alone.
He won't ever get given a James Bond film, but that's basically him saying, my next film is going to be a spy film like James Bond. Yeah,
it's going to be
just copying all other people's
John Band
genres.
I can't imagine the Barbara Broccoli would get on with him.
No, I can't imagine anyone gets on with him. It's just...
Actually, any interview I see him in, he seems like a thoroughly decent person. His films are just not very good.
He's not a good filmmaker.
I think his films look like I've said in my review, they look like music videos. Maybe that's what he's suited better for. Put all that visuals into a 4-minute song and it'll look amazing. Not for 2.5 hours.
Sorry, listeners. We needed to get that off his chest.
It's been bubbling inside us for 2 weeks.
And me and Stig have been private messaging each other about this for a long time. Candy likes it. That's fucking the big shock of the year so far. And she didn't like Dune Part 1.
Can't wait for Super Night Cat to email in next week to say she loves it too.
She will.
Yeah.
We're going to watch it together. We're going to have a popcorn night. Cheers, Pop.
Cheers, Pop. We got left. I haven't ungadget and Stig yet, have I? So,
do gadget, because I've just ranted for like 5 minutes.
Stig's got to recharge.
You've been enjoying your time?
I have been enjoying my time, actually. I've done some great things. Oodles, you'll enjoy this. I picked up Dragon Quest XI in the Steam Winter Sale.
It's all right, isn't it?
Perfectly average. No, it's great. It's
a masterpiece.
I'm not far enough in to say it's a masterpiece yet, but I'm 10 hours in and I'm very much enjoying it.
But do you know what you can see 10 hours in? You can see how Dragon Quest the original started a genre, can't you?
Yeah, I can see I can see the kind of the tropes it's employing that it created.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's like a love letter to itself.
There's a few moments because everything in that game is a pun, and I'm kind of there's a couple of times I've rolled my eyes.
So
about
wild.
It. Like I've just gotten to Gallopville, which that's where they do the horse racing.
No, Gallopolis.
Gallopolis, yeah, that's where they do the horse racing. It's like clever guys, clever.
It is. It's very clever.
But I'm quite enjoying that. You know, it's like the structure of it, where it's like 30% exploring the overworld, 30% exploring a dungeon, 30% dialogue, 10% crafting. I really like the mini forge. That's a great little mini game.
It's mate. Do you know what? On the non-S version, on the non-S version that Biggie played, you could only use that forge at certain points in the game.
Why did he play the non-S version?
Because he's a dumbass.
How long has he had that game for that he's only just finished it last year and he didn't have the S version?
He had the worst version, the version that you did need to grind on. There was no quality of life improvements. There's nothing like that. MIDI soundtrack as well.
The soundtrack's fucking outstanding. The Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra are just like,
Yeah, that wasn't in the original version of 11.
And it's like it's one of those things like whenever I play like a Final Fantasy game, like eventually I get bored of the battle music, even in 7.
Can this?
But no, it's just that. It's great. It jazzes you up.
Also, when they stick that into cutscenes as well.
That music has existed for quite a long time, but in different ways. They do like overtures and they make it slightly different every time to the point where they've got it down to a science where you can't get annoyed at it. It's really clever.
My only complaint so far with it, and it's not really a complaint, but I feel like I want more boss fights. I feel like I've only had like 3 boss fights in the game so far.
It happens, doesn't it, Stig?
Oh yeah, I'm at the. These are fuckers now.
Yeah, like it
starts happening
up to the point that I'm up to. It's mostly fighting mobs and like repeating.
You've had like
mobs.
4 boss fights, haven't you?
Yeah, and like because I'm quite good at JRPGs, they're done pretty quick as well. So it's just like, come on,
it don't end like that, does it, Stig? It gets really tough.
I'm champing at the bit for like a meaty boss that really stretches my tactics. But I very much enjoy it. I like the characters. I love the art style. My God, it's a pretty game.
It's stunning.
So yeah, I'm very much, and I'm also enjoying the fact that as I've moved on, it's gotten less West Country.
It doesn't take long to get away from Gemma.
Yeah. You're going to save me at the top of the tower there, are you?
Fight some more.
Fight some more. Thanks, Drive.
Thanks, Hero. So I've been playing that.
I've been playing it too, by the way, just like after our chat.
Stig's been playing a lot of it.
I've not played any of the new games.
About 20 hours
I wanted to play over Christmas. I've been playing Dragon Quest 11. I'm now at 50 hours.
It's a very good Steam Deck game. Like I haven't put it on my main PC. I've just been playing on the Steam Deck.
You don't need to.
I've been playing.
No, I don't need to. But I'm saying like it runs really well on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, but it does.
But I've booted up the Xbox again to play Cyberpunk.
Did you dust it off?
I've played my Xbox a lot this last year. It's my PlayStation I've hardly played. I haven't played my PlayStation.
Mate, that does accumulate dust.
I haven't played my PlayStation
really blowing it
since that couple of attempts I had at Armored Core on PS5 before I bought it on PC. As well as that August. I haven't turned it on since August.
Wow. Get rid of it.
I might, depends if there's any good games coming out for it. But so I've gone back into Cyberpunk properly now to get into the story, and it's now fully hooked me.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, I've bought Fanny Libs, and I'm just about to start the quest that takes you into Phantom Liberty.
Oh, get fucking ready!
Because I'm about 50% of the way through V's storyline, so I feel like now is about the time to go into Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, you can do that, and then it sinks back round into the main. And Idris Elba is fucking amazing in it.
Yeah,
all the accent's a bit ropey though sometimes.
No, I like it. I think it's deliberate. Fanny Libs is the best stuff they've done for that game.
Yeah.
It's the best content by far.
What I'm enjoying at the minute as well is kind of the game works and it's fantastic. It's what the game should have been. It's still a little bit broken in places, and I'm very much enjoying it.
Sometimes the NPCs don't move.
Oh no! I love it when they slide across the floor.
The slidey boys. I love the slidey boys. Have you noticed the driving's really good now?
The driving's better. The only thing I don't like about the drive, because I do the external camera rather than the internal one.
Me too.
Oh dear.
Sometimes the camera won't sync back up with the back of you. And it doesn't snap quick, does it? No, and I tend to. I've only been using motorbikes because I find them easier to drive than the cars.
Same.
Yeah, you can get down the alleys, can't you, and stuff.
Yeah.
I really struggle to shoot and drive at the same time, though. I know you can, but I will get out. I will get out the car, and I will deliver.
There's moments where you can be shooting out of a car. Use one of your new spring powers to spring out of the car, do a backflip in the air, shoot, and zip with your wire back into the car and drive off.
I've got the mantis blades, so I can't do that.
I've got the thermal mantis blades.
You chose poorly.
No, I've got thermal mantis blades. I've got this sniper rifle you get from completing Panam's quest.
Yes, that's really good.
Also very annoyed because I'm playing a female V. I can't romance Panam. Very annoyed. How can they present a booty like that in front of me and not allow me to touch it?
Yeah, that's true.
And I also have a hot pink double-barreled shotgun, which when I'm using that, it feels like Doom. It's great. Like they've really overhauled. They've overhauled the shooting mechanics, and it feels so much better to play now.
Have you used the dildo yet?
No, I have not.
The dildos are good. They're powerful. They did more ballistics with the guns, so it's like more realistic. So the closer you are with a shotgun, it actually works like a shotgun, for instance, and the pistols are more. Especially with the adaptive triggers on the PlayStation, it's really every gun feels completely different. But I know you're not using the PlayStation version.
That's one thing I was going to say, Gadget. It's a shame that you're not using the DualSense.
Doesn't it work, Andy? Doesn't it? God?
Especially when you're driving.
I'm sure it does, but I think I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The other things, because obviously I've gotten now further into the game than I did before. There's been some really good quests. Like I've just finished River's storyline, and that got dark.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it is dark.
I like the fact that I can read the menus now. They've put in colorblind filters, and they've made the menus easy to read. You
know what perk you're going to be picking in the future.
Exactly. That's nice, because the original didn't have that.
Nice. No one can see.
So, yeah, I'll probably talk about it more once I've done Fanny Libs, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of like neck deep in it at the minute. Like I'm glad.
I like the redemption of that game.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where like when I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about it, which is usually a good sign for me.
I love when I actively hate something, then I turn around and go, "No, I love this now."
Yeah,
I love it.
But the main thing I want to talk about, and I know Stig's going to jump in on this one with me as well. I went to see on New Year's Day. This was my New Year's Day treat to myself. I went to see at the cinema The Boy and the Heron, the new Studio Ghibli film.
Yes.
And I have to say, it is one of the most beautiful films I've ever watched.
I expected nothing less.
It is an absolutely stunning film, and it's a proper redemption arc for Studio Ghibli after the earwig and the whatever it was called.
The earwig and the urethra it were called.
Or something like that. This film follows as most Ghibli films do, follows a young boy called Mahito Maki, who loses his mother in a hospital fire during the Pacific War. So this is the Sino-Japanese War.
They're all really sad, aren't they?
They all start off really sad. Mahito's father, Suichi, runs an ammunitions factory, which may or may not be staffed by Chinese slaves.
Well, may or may not be. Definitely.
Well, yeah. So this is set kind of between 1935 and 1937. So it's before the Second World War, when Japan and China were knocking the shit out of each other.
Invaded, yeah.
So
not a good time.
So Mahito and his father get evacuated out to the countryside. Mahito meets his aunt Natsuko, who his father has married. And like the first comments are, she looks like your mother, doesn't she? A little bit creepy. When they get to this kind of rural estate, and Mahito is getting acclimated to the place, he encounters a peculiar grey heron who leads him to a sealed tower that is the gateway to another world, as is most things with Ghibli films.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, the Heron can speak to him, of course, because it can. I don't want to say too much more about it than like the story than that, because it's a film to be experienced. Like, this is not Ghibli's best film. This is not like Totoro. This is not like Spirited Away or anything like, or Mononoke or anything like that.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Not quite to that level, but this is one of the best things they've done in a very long time. The animation is beautiful. The animation is hand drawn. I found out today. It's not.
Oh,
it's not computer generated. It's not like
the fake hand drawn.
Yeah, most cartoons now are done on, like The Simpsons is done on computers.
Always were until that last one, Earwig and the Witch. I just doesn't know how that is released on Ghibli.
But yes, this was hand drawn. This took 7 years to make, and is the most expensive Japanese film ever made. And it shows because it is stunning. Every frame is gorgeous. We saw the dubbed version as well, so we had the English dub on it, which Ghibli are very good with English dubs.
They usually have really good casts, don't they?
Well, I'm going to give you the cast now because the cast is fucking banging. So, Mahito's played by a relative unknown, Luca Padovan. I think this is his first credit. The Heron is played by Robert Pattinson in an unrecognizable voice. Lady Hime is played by Karen Fukuhara from The Boys. Natsuko is Gemma Chan. Suichi is Christian Bale. The Grand Uncle is Mark Hamill. Kiriko is Florence Pugh. The Noble Pelican is Willem Dafoe, and the Parakeet King is Dave Bautista. That's
Does
a fucking
the pelican
cast.
say to the boy? Does the pelican say to the boy, "Why did you spill your beans?"
No, but it is that voice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, because he's dying at the time.
Lighthouse Reunion.
I loved it. It's one of unlike it's got a slower start to say something like Spirited Away, where like Spirited Away gets into the fantastical elements quite quickly, like within the first 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah,
this one takes a while.
Rapid.
This builds it because Mahito's lost his mother. It really delves into the pain and the grief that he's dealing with, and the fact that he goes to school, and at the school it's the children of the Chinese slaves, so they're not happy that their slave master's son is at that school, so he gets bullied and stuff like that.
Ooh,
oh yeah, it's bleak. And it takes a while for Mahito to really kind of enter the fantasy world, and when it enters the fantasy world, it's non-stop. Everything is wonderful. He starts off in this kind of ocean world. You see these cute little creatures, what they call the wakabas or something like that, which are the souls of children ready to be born, and they're these adorable little kind of floofy things are about this big. They're wonderful. Warawaras, that's it. There is no kind of spatial logic to this kind of fantasy world that he's in. Everything moves around very quickly and moves around and twists and turns, but it's never not gorgeous.
Awesome.
And there is a scene involving food, and the food is wonderfully rendered. With some jam on toast that'll make you hungry, Oodles.
I love jam on toast.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Love it.
I absolutely adored it. I think
I'm glad.
It's long for a Ghibli film as well. It's 2 hours. Like normally I would expect kind of 90 minutes to 100 to an hour 45. But it doesn't waste a frame. It's fucking beautiful. The soundtrack is off the chain. It's wonderful. And I think this might be one of like I said, I don't think it's one of Ghibli's best. I don't think it's like the top tier of Ghibli films, but it's like just nipping at the edges of it. It is yeah, there's a lot of themes in here which are kind of autobiographical. This is basically a film about Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh, big time. It is.
The time he met a heron.
Well, no, he grew up in that time. He was evacuated.
Yeah,
he lost his mother in the war and stuff like that.
It's almost like a goodbye. There's something in this film towards the end, and I was just like sat there and went, I know exactly what he's getting at with that.
He's dying.
No, not dying. Like I just mean in terms
Retiring.
of like, officially retired. The man's 82 years old. As much as I'd love him to live forever and continue to pump these films out, he cannot do that.
I think he has said he's got one more film in him, and then he's retiring proper.
And yeah,
and it's a hentai film. He's going whole hog for the last one. He's going crazy.
I'll message you about it afterwards, Gadget. But there's a particular line about something. I was like, I know what he's getting at there.
Yeah. Also, this film is the reason why Goro Miyazaki did Earwig and the Witch, because originally Hayao was up to do Earwig and the Witch, but the production on this production on Boy and the Heron was taking so long.
It took him a year to grieve after he wrote it. That's how fucking into like.
Right, let's round this off. We're running out of time. Stig, what have you been doing?
I've done a load of stuff.
You can save some stuff like Candice.
Yeah, but it's mainly just films. Caught up with a lot of films over Christmas. Not
like you, that.
Yeah, but I went really hard in on trying to get in a few of the last films in the end of the year. I'll talk about some of them in the green room. The main one I want to talk about is Saltburn.
Oh, I love that film. It was so good.
So Saltburn, directed by Emerald Fennell, whose first film was Promising.
I know which bit's
Young
going
Women.
on the pod out.
Don't.
It stars Barry Keoghan, Jacob Eldry, Rosamund Pike, Richard E. Grant, Alison Oliver, and it's about a boy struggling to find his way at Oxford University. Oliver Quick he's called, until he manages to befriend an aristocrat, Felix Catton, and he becomes really good friends with Felix, and integrating himself into this friendship group. He's on the fringe of the group. The rest of the group aren't really into him, but Felix is like kind of drawn to him and really taking a shine to him. And he says, "Why don't you come to my family home, Saltburn, for the summer? You can hang out with me, my sister,
And
and
his
our
family's
family."
completely normal.
And he gets there, and it's this big, huge, stately home. And yeah, his family are just fucking wild, posh, batshit, crazy people. Rosamund Pike's character is just...
Oh, Lady Elspeth is amazing.
She is...
She could win an Oscar for that performance.
The word I would describe with is almost ghastly. Like, just the stuff that she says and comes out with. She has no filter whatsoever.
That line where she, I was lesbian for a summer once, but I didn't like it. Women are too wet and soft. Men are so delightfully hard and dry.
She reminds me of middle-class 70s midwives that were hooked up on speed all the time to get the housework done quicker.
A little bit,
She's just unhinged.
Yeah, and she talks about, I knew this person. They wrote this song about me. They say it's not about me, but I know it's about me. That kind of...
Yeah. Proper star fucker.
Yeah, but while he's there, things kind of are a little bit unsettled.
A little bit.
He starts to kind of integrate himself in with certain members of the family a little bit more, and he starts to play mind games.
You can say
with
he's
them.
a fucking creep.
Yeah, he's creepy as fuck. But he manages to kind of...
He's a master manipulator.
Yeah, manipulator. That's the right word for it. He starts to manipulate. There is more to this man than what you originally think.
Mr. Quick is not what he seems.
And things just start unraveling and getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And there's certain scenes in this film which are just... You watch it and
you should definitely watch it with your grandma while you're having dinner.
Yeah, you should not.
Never watch it with your grandma. Don't watch it with your parents. Watch it alone in a dark room and just hide behind a cushion.
Cry wanking yourself to death.
There are some scenes that both made me and Pip go, yeah. Like,
yeah,
they're unpleasant.
Look,
not.
All I'm saying is I like his commitment to plumbing. I really do.
That scene was the actor's idea. It wasn't originally in the script.
It's a beautiful scene, and he really, really likes plumbing.
So was a later scene involving mud.
Yeah,
that was also his improvised.
I kind of starting to worry about Barry Keoghan.
Yeah. We'll get
He's
into
so
that, but...
small as well, isn't he? He's so small. That's what makes it even creepier. He's like a a midget compared to Felix.
Yeah.
I think what I love most about just everybody's performance was on point. Like Jacob Elordi as Felix, he really sold kind of posh, sheltered boy.
Yeah.
Tough, yeah.
I like how Richard E. Grant's not acting in it.
No, he's just being Richard E. Grant.
It's just
like,
him.
It's like they just told him to come to set one day.
Be
Just
you.
like, yeah. Not even got a
appear.
script. He's just be you. Just improvise off the back of everyone else.
There's a scene involving a costume party, and like Richard E. Grant's character, Sir James, he's there. He's wearing a tuxedo, but then with Roman armor over the top.
Yeah. which you full on know that's Richard E. Grant's clothes that he wears to go to Waitrose in.
Yeah,
they're from his wardrobe.
I thought the film was stunning. It's one of those films where like Zack Snyder can learn from this one, because this was shot in fucking 4:3 square aspect ratio, and it worked in this one
With a good reason, because it makes you closer to the action.
Well, it makes you close to the action, but you also see the height of the rooms in Saltburn.
Yes. Beautiful for it. I think I'd hate to see a stretched out version of this film.
Yeah, the film being based in 2006 as well. The soundtrack is just like all like when I was 18.
Soundtrack is brilliant. The songs
great.
that are used are perfect. It isn't. She hasn't
Murder on
chosen.
the dance floor.
I was going to say that's a devastating use of that song.
That is
Better
literally
not
like
kill the groove.
it's put her back in the charts. But it's the other songs that they use for that from that time. It's like she's picked perfectly crafted songs to go with that scene and go
They're
with
all
that
sat
movie.
there with the little Nokias as well and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah. The way it looks, the way it's shot, the way it's acted, it's brilliant. There are a lot of people say it doesn't really have much to say, that we don't really know. Like, yeah, I can see that, but
I don't think it needs to say
There's no
anything, though.
message.
no, I mean, it's got
an
a bit in there
interesting
about high
thriller.
society and you know,
It's a fly on the wall of an absolute unhinged madman.
yeah.
Candy, you do need to watch this film.
It's on
For the simple-
Prime, so
It's on Prime for the simple fact there is dick.
oh yeah, there's dick.
Quite a bit.
Well, I was planning on watching it tonight and cry wanking myself to sleep. So
Yes.
Almost
And-
candy. I would actually.
And
hazard
multiple
to say
shots of Barry Keoghan's arse.
oh,
Yeah, too much dick. You could
No,
you could
no.
say like
I'm sorry,
No,
no.
like unhealthy sized ones.
You know, he
Oh,
was
it's
like
16
slapping
big
it
or
around
something?
before that camera started rolling. Getting the
I
blood
was
in there.
I was like,
If I'm going to be seen
look
by
at
everyone,
that.
I want it to be seen.
Whose arm is that?
I mean, the entire cast in it is great, but it's an absolute standout performance for Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
I've seen him in a few things, and I just didn't expect this from him.
This is why he would, and I know he kind of has already played it, but he's an excellent Joker. He'd be an excellent Joker.
he is Joker, isn't
Well, he's
he?
gonna
in
be the
next
Joker
one?
Yeah.
at some point.
I know. We've seen bits of him as that, but he'll be phenomenal, especially next to 6'5"
Robert
vampire
Pattinson.
boy Robert Pattinson. It's gonna be wild, man.
Actually,
He's
that-
onto a trajectory, him. Especially with Banshees of Inisherin. He was great in that as well.
That is something worth pointing out with Barry Keoghan's film. He is probably the shortest actor in the film. Like Felix does tower over him, but you're always looking at Barry.
Yeah.
You're always looking at the character's Oliver. You're always looking at him, and he commands the scene very well. And he's not
He's got a very cinema face. He's not like good looking, but he's not ugly either.
Yeah, but
He's such a strange, like,
Got a decent bod
I
on
don't know,
him.
like a. Oh, he's got a great bod on him.
Yeah.
He's
Jealous.
He's almost like a gremlin guy, a kobold type fucking.
But
I don't know. I can't understand. I really love him though.
he's never been an actor that I've thought works as a leading man. Like I don't really like him in Dunkirk. But like this film is like, oh no, he is a leading man now.
Yeah, he can. He is. Yeah. He's also the best thing in the Eternals, but less said about that, the better.
I forgot he was in the Eternals.
He's the best thing in it. He's the only good thing in it. But yeah, he's a great family film. It's not a family film. Do not watch it with your family.
There is a family in it.
It is a family film, but not for the family.
I almost feel uncomfortable sat there watching it with my wife. It's that just...
Yeah, no.
I watched it on my own. I watched it on my own in bed in the dark, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I think
happening?
there's one scene which I thought like, and away from the kind of the kind of weird stuff that happens, but there's one scene I'll just say it with the red curtains
Yes.
I think that might be the most uncomfortable thing I've ever watched in a film. And it wasn't gross. Like, it wasn't someone grossing out. It's a red room, and the people in it aren't doing anything. And it is so uncomfortable. It's unreal.
It is. It's frightening. It's a masterclass in how you can create a, not even Hitchcockian, but that kind of school of mentality as filmmaking.
It does have that Hitchcock element of like getting in your
does.
head.
It's a modern take of what cinema, and I use the word literally, cinema
With a capital C, yeah.
Yeah, it's enrapturing in a crazy way. It's worth it. It's an experience, isn't it?
Candy, you'll fucking love it.
I can't wait.
She won't. She'll fucking hate it.
Probably.
She like Rebel Moon.
If she
Turn it off and putting Rebel Moon on.
If she hates it, I'm kicking her off the podcast and I'm killing off Capri.
Cool. Any more, Stig? Or we're going to wrap it up and
That's it.
do more in the green room. Right then, let's get into the feedback because it's been ages since I've heard from these delinquents.
Well, the delinquents have come in force. So we'll start off with the most delinquent, Super Natty Cat.
Uh-oh. I love Rebel Moon. It's great.
And she's saying, Happy New Year, Emmy Wankers. Happy New Year
Thanks.
to you
Wow.
too, Super Natty Cat, you wanker. So me and the husband have been playing Bro Force.
It's great.
It's a couch co-op single multiplayer
go.
where you inhabit an 80s, 90s action icons and rid the world of terrorism. Think
So
America,
good.
mixed with dodgy bro puns and old Super Mario graphics. It's tasty and fun, and the difficulty hikes up lovely. There's nothing more funny than respawning as someone shit and shouting to your partner, "Oh fuck, I've got Chuck Norris!" And then you throw turkeys about the place, avoiding terrorist gunfire. It's a right laugh.
One of them
This all
called,
happens
one
in
of
the
them's
game.
called Brobocop. Yeah. And every time you complete a level, the American flag goes.
It's a really funny game, and the second
love
one's
Bro
good
Force.
as well.
Yeah.
She continues on, also getting through pretty quickly What We Do in the Shadows. It's the best thing I've watched in ages, and on par so far with the American Office/IT crowd, but much more crude, which I love, of course.
Yes, it's very, very, very,
It's a
very,
vampire
very good.
mockumentary. I love Natty's descriptive level here. Stig, this is going to infuriate the fuck out of you. It's a vampire mockumentary featuring that lad from Four Lions and the guy with the epic voice from IT crowd. There's also a gorgeous lady in it, and I want her hair. Anyway, it's very funny watching these useless vampires just try to get through life whilst their familiar, the guy who voices Olaf, no he isn't, waits on them
not him.
unconditionally. My favourite episode so far is the one with the orgy. I mean, the orgy episode is very funny. It is not Josh Gad playing.
It's not Josh Gad.
playing
Super
Guillermo.
Natty Cat, you really are the most devious bastard in Wales. I like how she's describing What We Do in the Shadows to us that have constantly waxed lyrical on it for the past 3 years. What is that show? I've never heard of it. Bless her.
She'll fucking lose her shit when she gets to season 5.
Yeah, it's certainly not Josh Gad, though. Guillermo in it is Mexican. Josh Gad is not a Mexican.
I think she sees all fat people the same, doesn't she? She's fattest.
Same way we see
I think
bald
you'll find-
people is the same.
Yeah.
I
You're
can't
baldest.
tell the difference.
She finishes off saying, meanwhile, Stuarticus has 2 little toothy pegs and he looks like a beaver, and now his favourite food is veggie dal. He had an amazing Christmas and has started sleeping in his own room. He's also not a fan of beards, so watch out. Fuck you, Stuarticus. Beard
Stig's
is
alright,
life.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Candy, you're going to have to shave when you see that kid.
I know. Ooh, it's getting long.
Moving on, Xenos has said, by Gadget's recommendation, you're welcome, I've read through John Scalzi's Starter Villain. Excellent book, and I'll avoid spoilers because more people really should read this, but I will say that I was hoping it wouldn't be a one-off. I'll have to look up more of his books, but I would have loved to see this as a series. It took all my willpower not to read the entire thing on Christmas morning.
I like that when you get a book and you just can't stop.
Xenos, I would recommend the Kaiju Preservation Society.
That's the only one I've read of his, and I loved it.
Yeah. And Red Shirts. Red Shirts is a wonderful send-up of Star Trek. It's fantastic.
That was his hit, wasn't it? His first hit, that one.
No, so his first hit was the Old Man's War series, which are a kind of very military. They're still quite funny and bit pulpy, but
I've seen
very
them.
much a military kind of book. And then Red Shirts was his kind of breakout pulp book hit. Yeah. And
You need to read Kaiju. It's
it's so good.
I need to read it. I need to read his other books as well.
You should.
They're easy readers, aren't they? Easy readers.
They're easy reads, yeah. And like I say, I would really heartily recommend Red Shirts. If you like Star Trek, you'll fucking love that. Next up, Mr. Podcast Worldwide, Planty has come in.
Is he back in Britain?
He is. Happy New Year to all our modern and not so modern, brackets Biggie, escapists. I hope you had a cushy Kwanzaa. So, the first week of January is always grim, innit? So I started the year watching Krusty gets cancelled for the return of everything we learned from The Simpsons, with podcasting third favourite Yorkshireman Tom. Boy, did I fall down an old ventriloquist rabbit hole with that one. Yeah. Gabbo? Rachel and I started season 2 of Invincible after having a great time with the Atom Eve one-off. Can't believe I'm saying it, but Amazon is totally the home of the best superhero stuff. It kind of is.
It really is. It really is.
Seems Marvel have kind of fumbled the ball a bit. Just before Christmas, we started watching The Bear, and a couple of days ago, we finished season 2. What can I say that hasn't already been said that other than... come on, Noodles. Other than character X, who was utterly and completely irredeemable, brought me to tears at least 3 times in the final 3 episodes. Yeah. If you've not listened to this lot, then you're not going to listen to me, but should you want a real theme park ride of a show, then make this the next thing you watch. It's so fucking good. I had a conversation with Planty after he sent this in, and we were talking about character X and the fact that that entire arc made us both cry. And I'm not saying I'm not spoiling which character because it really hits.
Don't.
It really hits you in the face when it happens, in a good way.
Plus, people are just discovering this as well. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying, "Have you seen this show, The Bear?" I'm like, "Yes, a year ago. Watch it."
Apparently, season 3 is going to be more in a functional kitchen, a bit more like season 1.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Final thing I want to mention: if you're saddened by the state of Twitter, Facebook, and fucking Threads. That place went to utter shit quicker than Barnsley after the pits were shut. Then get on Blue Sky. It's full of really kind creatives and interesting people making positive posts. It's made my online time so much more worthwhile. Hit me up if you need an invite code and want to try somewhere new.
I'm also on Blue Sky as well. It's all right.
I've got Blue Sky. I just haven't interacted with it yet.
I like to call it Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Like James Belushi.
Yeah, like James Belushi. It's good. It's still. I'm you know me with tech. I'm still navigating. Still a bit wild to me.
Fucking boomer.
I am a boomer, big style.
Last up, we have Best Boy Angry Kurt. Hi, Emmy crew, and Happy New Year. Strap on, as I have a big update to go through. I think I should say
strap on.
Strap in.
I'm not strapping on. It's New Year's. Come
I'm ready.
on, wait for Christmas. Christ.
So games wise, I finished Super Mario Wonder, which was simply wonderful.
Awesome.
In the name,
Awesome
really.
game.
It's my favorite 2D Mario. Apparently they got the director of the Galaxy games behind it, and I think you can tell with just how creative it is. Highly recommend it.
Is it better than Super Mario World and Super Mario 3 though? Could it be?
I think most people agree that it's better than Super Mario 3, definitely.
3's better than World though, so
Is it fuck sticks?
yeah,
Shut
it
up.
is. Yeah, it is.
Fight me.
Film wise, I watched the following.
Top 5.
Film wise, I watched the following. Wonka, really good. I was apprehensive giving it to musical, but ended up being really good fun, and the songs weren't excessive. Oppenheimer didn't grab me. It's fair. It's a hard film.
I was hard watching it.
I know you were. Dungeons and Dragons was a ton of fun, and Panic Room was really good too.
Panic Room, yeah. I haven't seen that in a while. I'd love to watch a remake of Panic Room where they've all got mobiles.
That'd be about 2 minutes long, that film, wouldn't it?
There's someone in my house.
Wonka is great.
Down.
Wonka is great. I was very surprised by it.
If you liked Wonka and you're now into musicals, go watch Les Miserables. You'll love that. There's not many songs in it.
the Tom Hooper one where there's just the fucking cameras right in everybody's faces.
Watch Hamilton. That's just
Yeah, there's not much
no
songs
singing
in
in
that.
that at all. No.
Nope. Nope. Rocky Horror Show after that, not much singing in that either.
Finally, I started The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch after it had been bigged up on this very podcast and by people in the Discord. This year I want to make an effort to read more fantasy now that my time reading Harry Potter will be coming to an end shortly. So I went with Lies of Loch Lamora and I'm really enjoying it. I won't lie, the language and actually reading it is a step up from Harry Potter, and I find myself having to concentrate, which at first I didn't know I would like doing. But as I've gotten deeper into the book, I'm finding it easier. It's a well-realised world with some great characters, and I'm always eager to continue the story when I put the book down for the evening. Yes, Kurt! It's a fucking great book.
I bet it must be. I've read that first Harry Potter book, and that reads like a kid's book.
Because it is
Well, it was a kid's book.
I know it is a kid's book.
Lies of Loch Lamora is like a fucking
It's an adult's
step up in style. It's even as a fantasy book goes, it can be kind of hard to read it at times. Sometimes,
Yeah.
there is a lot to it, but it's also such a wonderfully realised world, and the characters are great.
Cool. Is that everything?
That is
Everyone?
everything. That is everyone.
So, I've nothing really to plug apart from the end of Kenny Potter's coming in your ears very soon.
Oh,
We've got
actually, hang on. We've missed one that we had on the Patreon that wasn't on the list.
Oh my word!
Really sorry.
What?
But Mike Halstead said, over the festive season, I have played some of the Pokemon DLC. Jet Wash Simulator. I'm a gardener and do lots of jet washing in real life. And I gave in and got.
Imagine doing that. I'm coming home. I've finished work. Right, put jet washer on.
Be like you who's playing Phone Shop Simulator.
phone shop simulator. or I don't know. Fucking audit simulator. I'm auditing again. Yay! So much fun.
He also says, I gave in and got EAFC while it was £28.
Is it? Is it that cheap?
Apparently. Well, Mike's managed to find it there.
I likes me some football.
Finally watched Barbie, and it was phenomenal. I also half-watched some shows that Beck was watching, Warrior Nun and Teenage Bounty Hunters, both of which are as ridiculous as they sound. Now we're done.
Okay. Now we're done. Thank you, everyone. Again, like I said, not much to plug apart from the end of Kenny Potter. We're going to have loads of stuff in store for you. We will announce when needed. Again, patrons, there will be a vote for this month's patron pick. It's up to you guys on that one. But we usually end this podcast really like in a weird vibe, let's just say. And I'm wanting to do that to you right now because it's time for some Candyland. She's here.
And now, what's up in Candyland?
Hi, it's me. I'm Candy. Ready for Candyland. I had a really good shower thought the other day. It wasn't when I was in the shower. It was when I woke up and I was just lying there in bed. I was like, hang on a minute.
Thinking you were in a shower.
Think I was in the shower. I didn't wet myself, luckily.
You don't clean, do you? You don't wash.
No, I don't need to. I'm a very clean woman naturally.
Yeah.
So, right, get this. You never forget what something tastes like. You can taste it once when you're like 1 or 2.
Here we go.
But you don't forget. Like, for example, when's the last time you tasted a 2p? You were probably 2 or 3. But you know what it tastes like, don't you? 2p, you know it. And it tastes different from
you
a
mean
pound.
a coin?
No,
No,
because
copper.
it tastes different from a pound. But when's the last
I've never
time you
put
tried a
in my
pound?
mouth.
You don't need to, you can just lick it. But a pound tastes... But that's not the point, the fact that pounds taste different from 2p's. Like,
What does a tenner taste like?
oh, I haven't tried any cash.
Any new
It
ones.
tastes like cocaine, probably.
Yeah.
Not the new plastic versions.
No, that's too dirty for me. No. I'm not really talking about sort of objects. I'm talking about like any kind of
You
any
said it.
taste. Well, I was using that as an example that you wouldn't have tasted a penny recently, but you know what it tastes like. Am I right? You know.
Don't
you know
not
this-
lie and say that as a child you haven't put stuff in your mouth you shouldn't do. I've put a penny in my mouth before.
Exactly. Your face is saying no, but your eyes are saying
Yeah.
yes.
The
I know exactly what a penny tastes like, and I can taste it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But you can-
Delicious.
It's an evolutionary trait. It's why children put things in their mouth. It's how they
It's
identify
a learning
with the
thing,
world.
isn't it?
But it's also
Yeah.
how, as a child, you learn about the things that you shouldn't touch or taste.
Like
Like-
earwax.
Like Nintendo Switch.
Well, it's like, you can look at
Battery acid.
kind of any texture around you, like just right now, and kind of know roughly what it will feel or taste like, because you will have put something similar to that in your mouth at some point when you were a baby.
This is disgusting.
But it's true though, isn't it? Like you can taste something once, years and years ago, you still know what it tastes like.
You ever put like the end of the
Do you know
electrical
something I've
thing
never
to your tongue?
tasted
Give it that little
in
shock.
my life? Oh, I love that. Something I've never tasted in my life is liver. You know, people have liver and
Oh
onion.
yeah,
I
I've never had
don't think I
liver.
have.
I've never had
No.
liver.
What does liver taste like?
I don't know
Imagine it
because
tastes
I've
like
not tried
blood.
it.
It's kind of tough. I've had liver and onions
Yeah.
before. I wasn't a big
Eating
fan.
tongue either. I'm not tongue.
I've had tongue.
Tongue.
I've had tongue,
You've
it
never
was
had a bit of
lovely.
tongue. Your mum never gave you a bit of tongue every week.
Well, different kind of tongue.
Tongue to me tasted like just very salty pork.
Yeah. Oh, it was lovely.
Oh, what if it weren't? What if it weren't pig tongue? Why does it still taste like?
Do you know what
pork?
I have had?
Oh, it was
that's
cow's
mi-
tongue, but it was like that same texture as pork.
That's minging. Never have a chicken heart. It's fucking rank.
No, not had that
I
before.
don't plan to.
We
But
went to one of those Brazilians where they
sometimes
come to
people
your
say,
table with meat,
"Oh yeah, I've seen it."
and they came up and they were like, "What?" They were like, "What's this?" And they're like, "It's chicken heart," and we're like, "Fuck it, let's try it." It's like, nope.
I just find it fascinating when I see on like local friends. It's quite a northern thing as well on Facebook. Like, oh, I'm just having a tripe sandwich. I'm like, why?
I don't
Yeah,
even
like-
know what
Just get some-
tripe is. Is it fish?
What is-
Fat.
No, it's not. It's offal. It's intestines.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
Why can't you just have some dairy Lee?
So,
Do you know what I mean?
so the reason why it's a northern thing to eat tripe is because it was a
Cheap.
cheap cut of meat.
Yeah, but why
Like-
are they doing it now?
Well, that's the problem. Like my granddad used to eat tripe sandwiches, and they smelled fucking horrific. I've never eaten tripe because
It just
you know-
smells really vinegary.
yeah, because it was actually cheaper to go buy a pack of ham from the co-op than to go to the butcher and get tripe.
Get some tripe. Oh, I can't wait to get home. I've got liver and onions ready for me. I'm like, I'd rather die.
Tripe.
I'd rather die.
Tripe just sounds bad. It
Yeah.
doesn't even
Sounds
sound
like a load of tripe.
Yeah,
Like-
tripe.
Like tripe you can give to your dog. Like tripe is
Yeah.
is a good dog food because
Yeah.
it is full of iron and it's full of a lot of things that are good for you.
Do you know
Incidentally, I know
do you
what dog food and biscuits taste like. 'cause
I was just
sometimes
about to ask,
you get
do you
it
know
on
what
your
dog food
hands.
tastes
Yeah,
like?
not that I've eaten it. It's just like you've just touched it, or it's got there somehow, like by mistake. Like
Yeah, I've accidentally eaten dog food for the
get
very
it on
same
like your
reason.
hand,
It's just-
and you don't realise. And you
yeah,
just
you
like,
bite your nails. You
Yeah.
go, that's dog food. That's dog food. Look. Yeah, it's
I think
minging.
the smell of dog food is bad enough that I've never actually managed to taste it.
I've tried hamster chocolate. That's pretty good.
Dog chocolate
my
is
God.
bland.
Yeah, dog
Edible.
chocolate shit. I've tried dog chocolate.
There's no sugar or anything in it, is there? There's nothing in it.
No, because chocolate kills dogs. So there has to be.
Ah, so that's all I need to do to get rid of them. Easter's coming around the corner. Get into my
You've got a
eggs.
chihuahua, man. Just let it out to fight with traffic.
Oh, I've tried. The traffic lost.
What else can you remember things tasting like from when you were a kid?
Shit.
No. Trying to think.
You never tasted shit.
Tell you what I haven't had since I was a kid. Sherbet.
Oh, I like sherbet.
You can remember what it tastes like, though, I bet.
I had
That's
it.
a strong taste.
I had a lemon top last year.
I can remember my mouth going
Yeah.
with it.
Licorice, I remember hating that, so I've never
Yeah.
gone back to
I
it.
love licorice. I love it.
Nah, kind of stuff.
Things that I had when I was a kid, and I was like, I'm not going back to that because I just was disgusted. Licorice is one of them.
Yeah.
Semolina. That gets me.
Oh.
Semolina, that's the one I've not had in years. I remember. Yeah, I can remember.
That's a fucking disgusting taste. It's like eating frog spawn.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you mix it in with jam or golden syrup, it's not too bad.
Or tripe.
Yeah.
It's basically just all the stuff our grandparents ate that were holdovers from the war.
Do you know, to be honest, Candy, you actually might be a genius because thinking about this, like,
Come on now.
if you see like if you see a Werther's original advert, the Nonce nuggets, you know exactly what they taste like at the back of your mouth. It's true though, isn't it?
I'm quite
That's
partial
what they're
to a
called,
nonce
Nonce
nugget.
nuggets.
I like a Nonce nugget. My friend had some in his pocket when I do the
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It was
Was
like, why
it
the
your
fuck
grand- was
have
it
you
your
got, I
granddad's
was like, why
friend?
the
They weren't
fuck
your
have you
friend,
got
mate?
Werther's originals in your pocket?
Was he coming over to see Amelia and Callie?
They're always sticky as well, aren't they, Werther's?
Did he have a little a flute in his fucking... Come on, children. Pick up a nonce nugget each. Take one. There's more where they came from. Get into the van. Get into the van. But yeah, when you see a Werther's original advert, you're like, I know what that tastes like. My granddad's breath.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fucking sent by Nonce Nugget. I've never heard that before.
You never called them that?
No.
I called them that since I was a child. If anyone says, do you want one of these? Run. There's a lot round Pontefract, mate. There's loads.
Fucking hell, man.
I'm going to lose my job. But yeah, there is some genius in there, Candy. I'll give you this one. Good start.
Thank you.
Good start to the year. Good start. And that's the end, guys. Unless you're a patron. See you in a couple of seconds. But to everyone else, Happy New Year.
Oh. Might as well just do the chorus of it. Or you got an Easter egg.
You ready?
There.